We got a big shout out. Welcome to Freaking Awesome. What's going on, guys? That's your intro. That was your little bit of intro. A little bit of whistling, some fucking Christopher Cross, Arthur theme song. All right. Big shout out to Valley Law. What's up, dog? Dropping them fucking window panes. I don't know what you were you're putting in there, but I appreciate it. And I don't want to be a dick, but have you gotten your commission? I think there was like some sort of story that you had asked somebody for a commission and you just haven't fucking gotten it yet. So I'm wondering if you had gotten it. Praetor. Praetor. Texan Cap. What's going on, dude? Hail, dog. What's up? What's up, Mono Mycosis? I'll just call you Mono. Mono. Big shout out to John Longbox. You don't owe me an apology. I don't know what you're talking about. I owe an apology, Matt. Every time you gave me advice, I ignored it, and you were always right. Well, if you want the link to hop on here and not talk about it, I'm cool with it. We don't have to talk about whatever it is that I was right about. I found a whole cache of fucking Keith artwork that I thought I'd fucking kick into and boot around. Good. Unleash the dogs of war. Let's slip the dogs of war. Is that the fucking Shakespeare the Shakespeare quote? Let us slip the dogs of war. You know the cool thing about Rome and the Centaurians and the whole war campaign thing is that Rome used to have like armored dogs. Like people would like put their money on their dog and like have giant fucking spike collars on these like Rottweilers. So you'd have this Rottweiler, nobody would touch it, and you could just like put your money onto a little fucking purse on its neck, and like that would be your fucking wallet with teeth. So I like the idea of fucking war dogs. That's like a whole new division of war campaign is the war dogs. War dogs. It's not hard with Evan though right now. That guy is in fucking trouble, man. That guy cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war. Can't go wrong with some fucking dude. You know what I watched? I'm just derailing and you're making me derail. I watched Julius Caesar the other day with you blew it up, you maniacs. Charlton Heston as Mark Antony. I do not miss to talk these guys. They were reasonable. They were respected. These were honorable men. That's the word. He goes, I do not sit here to talk about Cassius, for he was an honorable man. Yet look at our Caesar. Was he not honorable? I have his will. Dude, this shit is fucking dope, man. I love fucking. I like watching like old British dudes doing fucking Shakespeare. That shit is fucking dope. I love it, dude. It's a fucking great flick. Love that shit. Oh man, if you want the link, John, hop on in, dog. We're not really gonna do any drama. I mean, with Evan, that's not really drama. That's just fucking talking about the weather. You know, that's just talking about the weather. Oh, what's going on with Evan? He's getting butt fucked on the internet again. It's really weird, man, when he's like fucking. I don't understand how even can Evan or even whatever you want to call him. I don't understand how like he'll do fucking years and years, literally years and years of fucking shit talking Eric July and a whole bunch of other people. And then as soon as somebody fucking turns around and like kind of starts fucking poking back and giving the same criticism, like he fucking folds in and is like crying about fucking extreme bullying and is getting people's fucking channels struck. That's fucking that is some insane shit, dude. That is the behavior of a man whose fucking father ran out on his family. Oh my god, I love pina coladas. Even Walmart pina colada. I don't give a fuck. We went down to Turks and Caicos one time. We went to like a Sandals. Was it a Sandals or a Beaches? Maybe it was Sandals. It was like a Sesame Street Sandals theme, which was fucking weird. You like land in this place, and like all the houses are fucking cinder blocks and chunks of fucking plastic, and then you drive into a fucking resort, and everything is like hunky dory. I mean, like, you know, there would be like a fucking guy with a gun at the end of the beach. Like you could like see like, okay, that's the resort. That's the edge of the resort. And there'd be a fucking armed guard there. It's kind of hard to relax, but the pina coladas help, dude. It would just be like, all right, what time is it? It's fucking 1 o'clock. It's pina colada time. Yeah, so I don't understand. Like, I think this is awesome. I think the whole like extreme bullying is funny as fuck. And I think it's really funny that Ethan's the one who's like, I'm being bullied, guys. I'm being bullied. You just you can ignore it, or B, stop doing shit that people are using to bully you with, right? Holy fudge. Did I send you the drop? Did I just drop the link? Some like it hot and some sweat when the heat is on. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I had to recite. Oh, the rest of it is. You know, it's funny when we were in high school. Like we're sitting there reading Romeo and Juliet in class. You know, you had to do that. And my buddy John was reading like the Daddy Capulet or the Montague, whatever the fuck, like the guy. And he's like, fetch me my sword, ho! Right? You know, like the line is, fetch me my sword, ho! Or, you know, that, you know, this like call to fucking actions, right? And while he's reading it in class, he's like, fetch me my sword, ho. And we all just started fucking laughing our asses off. Like, yo, ho, go get me my fucking sword, bitch. Go get me my sword. Walmart, Wally World has pre-made. Look at this shirt. My wife got me this shirt. The Wakatizu. Wakatizu. This shit was dope, man. You go there, they had like lemurs and shit. Yes, there is pre-made pina coladas at Walmart in the wine department. And I think it's like 13% alcohol or something like that. Like it's not like fuck yeah rum. It's like a wine, you know what I mean? Like I guess I could go and get the rum and fucking use my blender and all that shit, but fuck it. bitter. Pint of bitter, please. Pint of bitter, please, madam. Now you guys just had me going off in other directions. Pint of bitter, please. In the werewolf movie, The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro, they had Detective Abigail, played by the dude who played Agent Smith and Elrond. I forgot his fucking name. Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving, right? You got Hugo Weaving there, and he's in this bar reading the newspaper, and the fucking like barkeep bitch, like the wench, is just like, "Where's more? You get out there and get those people. There's a monster out there. What are you doing in here?" And he's like, "Pint of bitter, please, madam." And she's just like looking at him, and he's like, "Pint of bitter, please." And she just fucking has to like walk away. Pina coladas are for girls. No, they're not. Pina coladas are for everybody. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you like making up after midnight. I just didn't want to get some beer. That's all. Just wanted to change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Hail, brother. What a year. Dude, it's been a year, man. It's been a fucking year. Ethan drawing like he's still working at DC was not on my bingo card. I mean, I'm going to take credit for it. I am. I'm going to take credit for it. You know, the emails going back and forth, just like, you fucking fat fuck, you're fucking it all up. Look at you, fat fuck. Go fucking draw some more. Like, I was just like dropping fucking emails, and he'd be replying, and I'd fucking go back, and every time I'd end an email, it'd just be like, go draw your fucking queer book, dude. Go draw your fucking book. Shut the fuck up. Go draw your book. And he started drawing his books. So for all the backers, you're welcome. Extreme bullying and shaming has its benefits. It works. Shaming is not used enough. I feel like people have pulled back on the use of shame and bullying on somebody to get them to do the right thing. I think it's underrated. I think bullying and shaming somebody could be the right tools needed to get them out of their funk. So yeah, so you know, fuckhead Kirk wants to take credit for getting Rock and Roll Ninja to the press. So I'm gonna go ahead and take credit for getting Ethan. Pretty cool to see Chuck Dixon at the Riververse booth and panel. Chuck is in his 70s and can still sign books like a pro. Yeah, that was pretty dope seeing him there. It was pretty awesome. MegaCon, man, that would have been a fucking interesting show to go to. Wow. I don't know about y'all, but I would have went through that fucking show just like, you're cool, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you. I'll fucking beat your shit right now. You're cool. Fuck you. That's what MegaCon would have been. Just walking around being like, fuck you, you're cool. Where's your book? Your shit's late. Beer, what a hoot. The more you drink, the more you puke. I haven't puked from drinking in fucking years. I try to stay out of try not to indulge that much. The line for the GG at the convention was out the dough. Take that, CG. You know who you could blame for that? For that disconnection between CG and GG? Evan. You could blame Evan. Evan's the one who went over there and was fucking calling him zeros. You know, that faggot fucking tried to blame it on a gummy. Sorry guys, I had a weed gummy and it just made me fucking unhinged and an asshole. which is crazy. Like not eating a gummy makes me an asshole. Eating a gummy, I'm not so much an asshole. I'm pretty chill. Yeah, Trashcast Supers dried up, so now draw streams spoil the story while music Jewel Box Supers. Yeah, I haven't really been watching any of the watching that shit because I don't know. Who gives a fuck? I don't want to watch him fucking drawing shit. All roads to Discord and Indy lead to Evan. Maybe. What's going on, Mike? Mikey. Living that dream over there with Riot Press. Good luck with that, big guy. All right, so let's get into some fucking real cool shit. Are you going to hop on, John? Johnny Longbox? Plan on having, I think Wiggles is going to hop on later, maybe. He's got some family stuff going on, so I'm just winging it. No shit. Awesome. Yeah, I think they're starting to realize like who's a fuckhead and who's not. So that's cool. I just don't. They do like the whole like, hey, like I have a problem with Nerd Rock, so let's fucking make some puppets with him and his fucking wife, and let's have Riley calling out his wife and shit, and just like going there and talking shit to his wife, and then like Ethan just streaming it and cheering it on. It's fucked up, man. It's super fucked up. So like whenever Ethan is like booing anything I say, it's like I've seen what you fucking cheer for, man. I've seen what all of y'all cheer for. So your fucking boos mean nothing, right? And that's, dude, I love that fucking quote from whatever the fuck that show is. Not Tim and Eric. Why am I thinking Tim and Eric? It's not Tim and Eric. It's the dad and the little kid. It's that show that was really funny for a whole bunch of seasons, and then they fired a bunch of people, and then they had another season, and it fucking sucked. I forgot. Evan burned the bridge for FNT. Dude, he burned it and then was just like pouring salt on it for no fucking reason with the puppet shit. It's wild, man. So good luck with him. Good luck with that shit. Fucking A, man. What a fucking bozo. Okay. That's the drama. We're done with the drama. Let's move on to some cool shit, man. Who was a fan of Sam Keith's shit? Who's a fan? I'm going to be honest. It's a bummer he pieced out. How's that? Can you guys see that? Oh, that's tiny as fuck. I hope you guys can see that good. You're a huge fan? Dope. Never read Sandman? I didn't read Sandman either. He definitely had his place in comics. I think he definitely had a contribution that was amazing. And John is going to explain just how amazing that contribution was.
I just had to take care of a few things before I could come on. How's it going?
Light way I've ever heard somebody describe taking a dump. That's awesome.
That was one of the few things. I had to finish my White Castle, take a dump. You know how it is.
Yeah. God, I'd love some White Castle. And I only want White Castle from one spot.
Where was that?
Queens Boulevard, dog.
Oh, that is the best White Castle in the world.
Queens Boulevard.
That is, I don't know if we talked about this before, but I'm kind of a White Castle aficionado. Is that the word?
Aficionado. Yeah.
That one in Queens Boulevard. Because I would drive home on the way from work, get like 3 burgers to eat for the hour commute. And one day I had to get out of the car, go inside and say, you guys, I don't know what you're doing here, but this is the best White Castle. And they were all like looking at me like, we don't do anything different. I'm like, you do something different. I don't know what you guys do, but it is delicious.
They clean their shit, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. But there's a White Castle by me. It's good.
Yeah, I because I get off at 46 Bliss and would fucking walk down a couple of blocks to the White Castle, past the Wendy's, past a
Yeah,
couple of other shit, just be like, nah, White
that
Castle.
White Castle is just like in the middle of every fast food place you could possibly want.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, there's a line at White Castle. Oh, there's McDonald's right. Oh, there's a line at McDonald's. There's Burger King over there. There's a Wendy's right there.
Just
Everything.
fucking.
That's a
I
dangerous
remember just
corner.
stumbling over to a fucking White Castle, dude. Just fucking cramming them into my drunk mouth. Drunk mouth hole. Love it. White Castle, dude. Goddamn.
Tim Olson says, eat White Castle and take it up at the same time. Close.
That's how John eats. He only starts eating while he's like removing something. So it's like it's a removing something and then instantly replacing it.
Right. Okay, that was 2 pounds of matter just came out. 2 pounds of matter's going in. gotta maintain homeostasis.
Exactly. There's this fine balance, So you were a big fan of the Max?
I got the Max after Sandman. Once I know Neil Gaiman is a bad name to mention these days, but back in the 90s, Neil Gaiman was just a comic book guy, and not a creep.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really like this. So somebody was like, oh, you like Neil Gaiman? You got to get Sam Keith. So that's how I heard of Sam Keith. And I went and I got the Max. And I will say, like, I got the first 10 issues, and it's a difficult read to understand what's going on, but it's worth the work.
Yeah.
And as much as it
was a little bit harder than the other Image comics for sure. Like you definitely had to be like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what
what
is going on? And years later, I would talk to people and they would bring up stuff. I'm like, that's not the Max. And then I go back, I'm like, oh, you could it's like a comic that you could interpret different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to go back and reread the Max because I it's really like is he a superhero? Like the Max, is he just a crazy person? Like, does he have powers? Is he super strong? Like it almost doesn't matter. Because it's funny because Sam Keith people would do a fan art of like Spawn fighting the Max or the Juggernaut fighting the Max, and Sam Keith used to say, oh, they would kill Max. He's not that strong. He's only a normal guy.
He's just a normal guy with a mask.
Right.
And who's insane.
Right.
But what was the rabbit? Wasn't there like a rabbit? There was like a dead rabbit in a box at some point. Was he like her pet dead rabbit?
Yeah, like Tim Olson says, it tackles mental health. Like I don't want to talk about what I think it's about because that'll get your channel struck. But I think this woman was abused and retreating into her own world, and the bad guy was her own father.
Mm-hmm.
It was like daddy issues. The comic, and like, did the Max have the power to transport into her dreams, or was like, again, this is a comic that I'll talk to 2 other guys and we'll have 3 different opinions on what really happened. So,
and then you got the animated series where you're just like, what?
Yeah. But man, this by far was the best early Image comic. Because every early Image comic was like, oh man, Spawn looks so cool. Did you see Spawn with the machine gun? And did you see Pitt punch that guy through a wall? This was the only comic back then. Like people would talk, like you talk about the art. Oh, this guy's so different. But then we would spend like the entire conversation.
I feel like Keith's art still holds up.
Oh,
like if you go back and look at it, you're like, fucking McFarlane, like, holy fuck, dude, you fucking suck. I mean, I didn't like. I've looked at some of the old Spawns, and I'm just like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, why did I fucking like this?
Well, individually, this is the way I look at it. The early Image comics. Like the images of Spawn were cool.
Yeah,
pose and stuff like that. But when you looked at them as sequential art, it was very disjarring, and it didn't give a coherent story.
Yeah, his faces were always so fucking wonky, and I feel like whatever style these people had at Marvel or in DC, like it got ratcheted up when they went to Image, and there was no editors there to be like,
there's no art director to tell them that these panels don't join properly.
Yeah, or even like an editor being like, hey man, like that page doesn't, the thumbnails don't quite read for me. Could you revise that? Which is a real thing,
Yeah, it's sequential art. Like you have to. you need that little, I don't know, like connective tissue, like a ligament panel of the guy getting out of the car. That's not cool looking.
So I feel like when they were like McFarlane was at Marvel, like his stuff was a little bit more structured, you know,
Yes.
like a little bit more structured. Dude, like Liefeld on Hawk and Dove, that's almost fucking mainstream comics, dude. He is like drawing hands and feet in that fucking book,
Yeah,
dude.
well, he was nobody then. He had to earn it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to earn the right to just make these fucking weird fists for everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to. I talk bad about Rob Liefeld's art all the time. I just
You do.
I just don't see the appeal of it.
Yeah, somebody was like, "Nah, it's impressionist," and I'm like, "What?"
No, it's what Rob Liefeld was the kid in your class. Besides you were probably the best artist in your class. But for the rest of us people who can't draw, Rob Liefeld was the guy who could draw in our class, and we all told him he was great. You know what I mean? And then he went and got a job. Like it's like a punk rock band that made their first album way too soon. Like they weren't ready yet. You know, like.
But he's still making money though. He's still like out there cranking it.
The problem with Liefeld is he hit the big time so big and he made so much money. There was no incentive to improve.
Yeah.
I was Saturday. I was showing Avengers 151, some early George Perez, and I was pointing out the bad panels, the bad perspective. Like I imagine drawing like a face at the 3/4, you know, so you see the face, but you also see the ear. It was really weird. I said, now just watch within 10 issues how good this guy gets, because they basically told him you're gonna be fired as soon as we find a replacement.
Oh shit! He was like, said that to George.
Guess who said it to him? Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman said, you know, you're gonna be fired, you know, and he's like, give me 6 months to improve. They're like, you got 6 months, and he proved so
George
much.
Perez is like. He's up there, dude. He's like Mount Rushmore,
right?
In my opinion.
Yeah. Now, I mean, Sam Keith. I look at that's fine art almost to me right there. You know, look at that. Like you could see the Frazetta influences in that. You know, I know I'm gonna catch.
He likes a little pot belly on his ladies, doesn't he?
Yeah, he likes real looking girls. I mean, let's be realistic. If any of us normal people saw her in that leopard skin, you know, and we were single and in our 20s, we'd be like, hey baby, how's it going? What's going, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit. I'd be like, yo, man, she's a butterface. Like her fucking body is like looking pretty good. And then I see her face and I'm shitting on his art. But this face, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like a baby face. It looks fucking bizarre. We're not shitting on him, just talking.
But I kind of don't like when he does mainstream superheroes, because, you know, mainstream superheroes to me is always that clean look.
Like this?
Yeah, you know, but like
I think some characters he does. Like some, like I like his Hulk. His Hulk is okay.
That looks great. That's one of the best mainstream superhero. But like I don't like his Wolverine with the droopy ear and the claws kind of wonky and everything.
Yeah, dude. You know what I don't like? His fucking Spider-Man, dude.
That's him right there.
That's his Spider-Man.
I like that as far as his Spider-Man. I like that.
Yeah, I don't like it, dude.
You know, this must be before he went for super exaggerations. But
it's more Spider-Man from him.
That's like so imagey.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, hey, you draw Spider-Man all fucking day, but like if I saw that on the newsstand, I wouldn't pick it up. Sorry, I talk shit, but yeah, dude, I like his own characters, rather than this stuff. I mean, I'm just not a big fan of it.
I imagine. Well, you're an artist. You tell me, because as a kid, I would draw Spider-Man and then just nope out like halfway through drawing all the webbing. So Spider-Man's got to be a pain in the neck to draw.
Nah, man, that's why drawing black suit Spider-Man was so fun. It was
just
a matter of like rim lighting everything, you know.
Yeah, like Jack Kirby, one of my favorite artists of all time. He drew the worst Spider-Man.
Jack Kirby, dude, I've seen Jack Kirby's Spider-Man, and it is fucking trash.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I
Yeah.
like yeah, I like trying to think. Gil. I like Gil Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I like some of the older Spider-Man. John Romita Jr.'s Spider-Man or John Romita Sr.'s Spider-Man. I'm
John
sorry.
Romita Senior Spider-Man to me is the definitive Spider. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't old enough to get into the Ditko Spider-Man. You know, I learned that later on in life. But like when I close my eyes and think of Spider-Man, it's drawn by Romita Senior.
Yeah. And that's when I like when the new Spider-Man showed up and he had like those fucking John Romita eyes. I was just like, fucking A.
Yeah, yeah. The new movie costume looks like the best part of the movie. I'm not going to get
Did
excited.
you watch the trailer? Did you get excited about the trailer?
It was kind of dull, if you ask me.
Really?
Yeah.
I still got a soft spot for Spider-Man, man.
Yeah,
They fucking put out shit. I'll watch it, dude. I even watched that Madam Web shit. You know what I mean?
I'll say this though, like all of the movie disappointments have caused me to harden my heart towards all comic book stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like I put up my mental defenses. Like I'm not gonna like this because they're just gonna mess with me again. You know? So,
yeah, I think there was a moment when you were like, "Oh, this is gonna be a shitty Captain America movie with like rubber ears." You know, we'd like gotten used to that, and then suddenly the superhero movies got really good, and then they got to shit, and then it was just like, all right, I'm still gonna watch them because I enjoy the characters, but now at this point, I'm just like looking for little nuggets of fucking gold in the shit, you know, just like, all right, they're gonna fuck this up. Let's go ahead and watch fucking Shang-Chi. Let's watch Shang-Chi. Okay, all right, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, that sucks. That's stupid. That's stupid. Well, at least they had that. That was cool. That's kind of what I'm at right now with this shit.
I love when people argue with me because I said what are they going to really? So somebody on Twitter said, are they going to make a sequel to Shang-Chi movie? And I was like, are they going to make a Shang-Chi movie? You know,
yes. Dude, it's like it's not. It was like they were doing shit where I was like, oh, okay, like the kung fu guy, and they're actually being a Mandarin with fucking 10 rings. I was kind of like, okay, so he's not an Iron Man villain with like each ring having a different ability. I was like, okay, they've turned it into like this like kung fu shit with the rings. Okay. But yeah, that wasn't Shang-Chi, dude. That wasn't, dude.
That was generic kung fu guy. You know, and as far as generic kung fu guy movie, it was okay. But that they took everything about Shang-Chi and removed it because you know he's racist. Like Shang-Chi, you know, he has the yin and the yang symbol on his back. He's you know, he's duality. He's his father is evil, his mother is good. His father is of old China, his mother is of New Britain. He's born in Hong Kong at the time to become a British citizen. You know what I mean? His first impulse is anger and attack, but then he uses his logic and everything to think about things. Everything about him is duality. They did nothing about that in that movie. You know,
nope.
You know, he's supposed to be half Asian, half white, half of the East, half of the West. Everything about him is duality. No, let's just and then what's his name? I can't even think of the actor's name. And he's just like, yeah, that racist character. It's like, why'd you take the role then if you despise the character?
Yeah.
You know, you go tell Jim Starlin that he's a racist for creating that character.
Yeah, they were trying to do some shit and it just didn't land. You know, they're like, all right, let's try this like with Namor. You know what I mean? It was like, I don't know. I feel like they fucked Submariner. I think they fucked Submariner up hard. We're you know what I mean? No more and no more. Namor.
Make up a new character. That was a totally.
Yeah, I was bummed out about it. What do you think about his fucking Iron Man? You there?
Yeah, I roboted out for.
You did.
Yeah, that I didn't even see that movie. You know, with Namor. That wasn't Namor. So I have like zero tolerance for that kind of stuff.
See, just like I will still watch it, dude. I'm just fucking cruising for a bruising. Just like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it for a conceptual design, lighting, maybe some costumes, all, you know what I mean? I'm like trying to find something in these movies, but that last phase of movies, though, they all fucking sucked.
Yeah, I'm like, I was just saying, like, lanterns. People keep asking me my opinion. I'm like, why do I even care? Like, they take it away green. It's the most cosmic superhero, and he's just like walking down a dull street, like buddy cop movie. And you know, it's just gonna be white guy dies and the black guy carries the mantle. It's like, I'm not interested. You know, they could have picked like The Question if they wanted to have a down gritty police drama, but no, they took green. So,
oh, you talking about the Lantern movie, the Lantern show coming?
Yeah,
I don't understand. I'm gonna watch it, dude, because I fucking watch it all and just shrug it off. But yeah, I'm not really that excited about quote unquote the lanterns. I see like a fucking like muted gray out, like dirty ass suit. You know, it doesn't even look green.
I get you saw that meme that's going around on Twitter with Surf Dracula. You know, if Surf Dracula was made in the 60s, it would be 2 hours of zany Dracula on a surfboard having fun. Because but Surf Dracula now is a 6-hour miniseries about how he gets the surfboard, and in the last 5 minutes of the last episode he surfs. I got a feeling that that's what the Lanterns is going to be. You know, it's going to be two guys discussing the nature of their relationship and you know why they get into the business, and then the last episode they're going to put on the ring and fly away or something like that.
That should be their cosmic shit.
Right.
That should be the shit that's like cosmic, but
Green Lantern is the most ridiculous in the best way of superheroes.
Yeah.
It's got
He's a space cop.
Yeah, it's space cop who talks to space chipmunks.
Yeah. So him like going to some small town and pulling some fucking, you know, like, hey, let's figure some shit out like Reacher. Like, it's not Reacher. I don't want to watch Green Lanterns doing Reacher. I want to see Green Lanterns like doing space shit.
Right. I bet you they're gonna point to that Hard Traveling Heroes, that Denny O'Neil story, and like, you see, because it's gonna be about racism. You know, and they're gonna pick a 50-year-old comic, you know, that lasted 6 issues, and you see, it's in the comics. We stuck to the code, you tourist.
Dude, at least the first Green Lantern movie, like, it's making the first Green Lantern like almost nostalgic. I'm like, man, at least he like wore his costume and like went to Oa and fucking like
fought pink-headed
Kilowar. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was like, yo, he was like meeting people and shit. You know,
Mono Marcus over here, he says Namor is Roman backwards, and Namor shouts Imperious Rex, which is Latin for the Eternal King. He worships Neptune. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a Roman inspired civilization. So,
yeah, because it's Atlantis.
Right.
It's Atlantis, which was, you know, spoken about by Homer, was a fucking Roman legend.
Yeah, Plato invented it. Greek mythology. Yeah.
So, yeah, to just be like, hey, like, we don't really have a lot of Hispanic superheroes, and we haven't really done like a Hispanic movie yet. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll make him fucking Aztec.
Right. Well, they could have. Aztec would have been cool. And you're gonna tell me they could have went through Aztec mythology and came up with something in 20 minutes. There's a lot of cool Aztec and Mayan stuff.
There is.
You know, it just shows you how lazy they are.
It is, because you know what? It was like, wait a minute. So like the one actual, like the white tiger, you know, he was a Hispanic guy, and they fucking shoot him and kill him. So you do have a Hispanic hero, and you fucking get him shot in the head. It's like what the fuck? You know, I don't know if you watched that last season of Daredevil, you know, but it was like, what the fuck is going on?
I just, like I said, I have zero tolerance for this kind of stuff. You know, it Neil Gaiman even said, like, fandoms want to see their characters. Like, he goes, if you're going to make a Batman movie, they want to see Batman, not some guy in a leather trench coat with the pet bat. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's and then I quoted that back to Neil Gaiman when the Sandman came out with the picture of the black woman playing Death.
Yep.
And he said, you're a racist. That was only his. I said, okay, I'm a racist. I accept it. But you're going to discuss the criticism. I said, do you understand the characters that you created? You know,
he based that character off of a fucking real woman.
Right. And not only that, they're not white. They're alabaster. And they're pure alabaster white and jet black. They're dualities. Again, life is also death. Death is also life. Dream is also reality. And destruction is also design. It's supposed to be stark contrasts. What about that chubby woman says stark contrasts? Fine, that she's the best actress. Okay, I wasn't there. I'll take your word for it. But put her in absolute alabaster makeup and a jet black wig. I mean, they put Salma Hayek in green makeup. Nobody gives a shit. And, so cast a black woman, but make her look like the character. I got no problem with that.
Yeah,
I'm sure
look like give her that like a albino look. Yeah,
right. She's not a Caucasian. She's an extract concept anthropomorphized.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm sure this black stuntman playing Spider-Man. I don't give a crap. You know what I mean? Like it's what we see that matters.
Yeah. Ooh, that almost looks kind of mainstreamy.
That looks pretty cool.
That Sabretooth, right? Yeah, Sabretooth.
Yeah, there we go.
It almost has like a Mark Texeira kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't look like a Frazetta painting, like Sam Keith version of I'm gonna do a Marvel superhero version of a Frazetta painting. And I bet
background. Somebody just dropped in a background. Like here,
I bet you Sam Keith would have been like, hell yeah. You compare me to Frazetta? Hell yeah.
Yeah, those fucking curled claws are fucking insane. And the fucking claws are longer than his forearm.
Right.
So they like
right. I feel that in this Twitter age, criticisms are getting nitpickier and nitpickier and nitpickier. Like if this came out now, if he had crowdfunded a comic book, look at those claws, that's ridiculous. It's like it's still a comic book and it's based on fantasy. Like it's cool. The rule of cool still applies.
Mona, I think my favorite, like maybe not so mainstream depiction of Wolverine is from Wolverine and Havoc, that miniseries Meltdown.
Oh yeah, what is that, Bill Sienkiewicz?
Yeah, dude, that was so dope because he was almost like this like pot-bellied fucking. Yeah, you know what I mean? He had like a pot belly and these jacked up forearms and shit.
He looks like your neighbor that you don't want to yell at who keeps throwing garbage over your fence. You're like, honey, shut up.
Yeah, dude, just like
shut up. Just pick up the garbage. I'm not fighting this guy.
Yeah, you're like, look at this guy. This is Wolverine. He looks like he fucking smells. Are you telling me this guy hooked up with Storm and Jean Grey? Are you fucking kidding? Yeah, it must be the animal pheromones.
Yeah, that would be funny to find out that Wolverine, like the actual Wolverines are like kind of weasels and they have musk, So what if we find out that he does have some sort of stench that the women are like, I don't know, he repulses me, but I'm so attracted to how disgusting he is.
Everybody's just like, don't bring that fucking dude into the Blackbird. He fucking stinks, except for like fucking Jubilee, and Storm and Jean Grey, and they're just like, I like his stink.
Yeah. This fucking 4'11" guy, you know what I mean? Like every girl's like, you gotta be 6 foot, and then Wolverine shows up burping, smelling.
Dude, yeah, is like he's like huffing a cigar and drinking beer. Like he's got some serious fucking halitosis, bro. Serious fucking halitosis going on. But I guess his healing factor, he doesn't have to brush his teeth. He can just
that's what he says too. It's hard for him to get drunk.
Takes a while.
Yeah, because the healing factor like burns up the alcohol in the system. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It's fucking.
Now
there's almost like a sense of humor to his shit. You know what I mean? It's like
he's got whimsy to him. What's the guy's name? Eric Shanow, who does those Oz comics, the Wizard of Oz comics. Like I could see some of that in this.
Yeah, definitely.
I just got to take this. So I'm too hot. I'm roasted.
Scotty? Was that his name? Who's the fucking guy?
That's it.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's doing some. I like that Punisher skull. I like the little eyes. Wolverine's always crouched. He can't completely extend his fucking.
Now, here's an ethical question. Let's say that Wolverine does have like a musk pheromone that makes women want him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a roofie? Like, would that be the same as the Purple Man? Or Star Fox? You know,
if you don't have control over it, it's really not your fault if people are attracted to you. I mean, I think maybe you need to like tell people that. You know, like, hey, FYI, your wife's gonna want to fuck me because the way I smell. Just don't blame her, okay, bub.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is steal wives. It ain't my fault. My fucking dick cheese just makes them wet. I don't know what to tell you. So so yeah, I don't know. I think it would be unethical if he was just like rolling around like using it, but you know, at some point, it's like, I smell good, bitch. Enjoy the stink.
Yeah, Violent Comment says Sam Keith's anatomy is so bad it's fun. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's completely out there. It's completely out there.
Yeah.
Yes, Jean Grey was hot for Logan. Before even the movies, there was like a weird little three-way tension going on, right?
Yeah. He because I'm doing on Sundays. I've been doing the old X-Men, so I'm up to Karen Frost, the White Queen's first appearance.
Oh shit!
And Wolverine hasn't acted on it, but he's been talking about how he's in love with Jean Grey, but hasn't done anything about it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Ooh, Emma Frost. Hot tamale. I heard so they've had Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies. The Agent of Shields brought in the newest
the third Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, but I've heard that Ryan Gosling has been fucking trying to get into the MCU as Ghost Rider. I guess as Danny Kitch.
That's cool.
As the second one.
That would be cool if they do like an homage. You know how they had, what's his name? I can't think. Peter Fonda.
Yeah, Peter Fonda
he was the old
Mephisto.
What's that?
Yeah, Henry Fonda was Mephisto in the first Ghost Rider movie.
Oh yeah. He was who played Walker or whatever. There was the guy who was the old Ghost Rider. That's right. Peter Fonda was Mephisto. That's right.
Peter Fonda was Mephisto, and then you had beef. It's for dinner. That fucking guy with the giant mustache.
Yeah, was it
Sam Kinison? No, Sam
Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Yes, Sam Elliott played the old Ghost Rider who, like, you know, rode the horse. So
yeah, he got on a dope scene where they're riding together in the desert.
So have Ryan Gosling get handed the mantle from Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
you know, and every fan will be happy because it's comic book accurate. We finally get Nicolas Cage in there, you know.
Yeah, I wonder if like Nicolas Cage was like, Avengers Endgame, I'm available. Give me a fucking call.
Well, he's doing that Spider Noir, you know, so why not?
Yeah, he got into. I feel like he's a little old for that fucking role, but
well, you know, he's not doing anything. The character's in full costume. He's just doing the voice, and then
yeah, I know. But he is acting out. Like they show him, like, you know, in World War I, and he's like in it, you know. I mean, yeah, he puts on the mask and it's a fucking stunt man and CGI, but I don't know. He's getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the first Ghost Rider. I thought it was like too fucking like Weekend Warrior biker shit. Like his leather was all like brand new looking, like his motorcycle was all like chromed out. It just looked like too.
It was a mediocre story.
Yeah, like gay ass fucking Orange County Chopper bullshit. You know what I mean? But like in that second fucking Ghost Rider movie, Spirit of Vengeance, that was dope, dude. Like his flaming head like would put out black smoke, so it looked like you were burning a tire. Like his jacket was like bubbling and shit, and like his motorcycle was all like black, and
Yeah.
it just looked like you were burning tires on everything. You know, there's just this fucked up black.
And it had a better
building.
story. You know, there was I the first movie I just thought it was like by the books origin movie.
Yeah.
You know? I and it's funny because what's his name? Sam Elliott goes, I got juice left for one more ride. And he turns into Ghost Rider and rides his horse, you know, like the scene you like.
Yeah.
And then the fight starts. He's like, I'm out of power. And like Nicolas Cage should have said, like, then why'd you power up for the ride? You should have got here and then powered up and helped me in the fight.
Power up when you get here, bro.
Yeah.
Go power up so you can get over here. Like, I just want to ride my horse one more time.
I just wanted to ride my horse. Yeah.
I would love to see a Roadhouse prequel. Because you watch Roadhouse and you're like, yo, Sam Elliott like taught fucking Patrick Swayze all he knows.
Yeah, all I know
and he beats the fuck out of dude. Like he's all drunk and greasy and sweaty and fucked up, but he's just beating the fuck out of people. I would just be like, where the fuck did Sam Elliott come from?
I want to watch Roadhouse in reverse because they turn a cool bar into a lame bar. You go into that bar at the end and it's just beef guys in red shirts staring at you. Like go to the old bar, you could drink, you know.
Yeah. There was like sawdust and glass on the floor.
Hot slutty chicks and cool biker guys.
I also would have called bullshit on any bar that is having like multiple fights every night. Like that just, I feel like the cops would be there. You know,
that end bar, it's just like, oh, cool. Can I get mozzarella sticks with my mojito?
Yes, dude. They turned it into a fucking TGI Fridays. Like it went from being like, yo, man, there's this fucked up bar off of Route 14.
That would be like a legendary bar. It's like, hey, Matt, you want to go to this freaking scary biker bar? It's like, oh, man, we better be on our toes.
Dude, either you're going to find a fucking fist fight or a hot-ass chick.
Right.
One or the other. It's up to you. Be like, fuck yeah, I'll take that fucking chance.
And then people just like, Matt, you guys went to that bar? Holy shit. I was at, and then the end product bar is like, oh yeah, I take my kids there on Sunday nights. They give free French fries.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, you guys want to go to, it was like fucking Outback.
Yeah.
Fucking Olive Garden. Like, you want to go to that bar? They got fucking free breadsticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. This is a little character study, little character model.
Yep.
Again, he's just always crouching. There's no just like, let me stand up tall.
Yeah, he kind of has that, like the Max never stood up.
I wonder how he did that inking right there, that texture on his thigh. It's like he did crossing and then like did whiteout crossing on top of it.
Tim also says the scary biker bar had awesome onion rings. And people don't know that, but the scary biker bar at the beginning of Roadhouse is the bar that everything has AIDS. That Lord Raptor Jesus plays at the beginning of his show.
He's got AIDS. Yeah, that bar is called Merlot's. I don't know if did you ever watch True Blood?
No, I don't know. I want my vampire scary and horrible, not like I don't want a soap opera vampire.
Yeah, dude, it was soap opera, like it was passion plays, dude. It was so like the first couple of seasons were kind of good, and then it just fucking went off the rail, dude. There was
I just remember the
fairies and the vampires were like getting all doped up on fairy blood and shit. Like, what the fuck?
It's just like, oh, so they made synthetic blood so that the vampires aren't monsters anymore. Then what's the point of vampires? Like I want vampires to be terrifying. They're monsters. They kill people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if cows wrote stories, humans would be terrifying. They put us in concentration camps and they kill us one by one. You know what I mean?
That's slowly put us in a cage and then fucking hit us in the head with a hammer and then fucking eat us.
Yeah, I try to move like when they move, like, oh, look, the cows say move. What they're really saying is, please, not me. I have children. Move.
Yeah. Oh, suck it. That's okay.
He's perfect for drawing Nightcrawler. He's always crouching in bizarre shapes.
I don't know about this fucking shoulder pads, though, dude. That's some straight up like 80s, you know. Like
Yeah,
everybody in the 80s had shoulder pads.
It's, again, if this was a crowdfunded comic today, this guy can't draw.
It all depends on who's promoting the book, If Fat Frog Fuck had this, he'd be like, "Look, this is the fucking shit."
Going off on Aaron Lopresti's cover, that cover is awesome.
They were talking shit about Aaron Lopresti's cover.
Oh yeah.
Who?
The usual suspects. The three witches with the cauldron. Aaron Lopresti's cover. That dinosaur looks like a hand puppet. Make the girl naked or don't make her naked. It's because
really? So Shannon and Ethan and Malin were shit talking Aaron Lopresti's cover.
Yeah.
Yo. Aaron Lopresti outdraws all three of them, dude. All three of them are fucking like at least several levels below fucking Aaron Lopresti.
And Aaron Lopresti's a gentleman.
Yeah, he probably heard it and shrugged it off. He was like, "Oh, I thought those guys were my friends." Oh well.
Well, my theory is they're mad because they found out that those guys were building an escape hatch in Dark Horse, but that deal fell through. Like, why didn't they tell us? Because they want to get away from you. They secretly hate you. They want to get.
Yeah, that's some wild shit, dude. That was some. I heard about that. Just like, yeah, man, the professionals were looking to go get some fucking Dark Horse fucking projects done. I mean,
it's funny because when Aaron Lopresti was having the closeout stream for Wraith of God on Ethan's channel, I like Aaron Lopresti, so I was watching it, and they're talking about me, John's dong box, blah blah blah. So I messaged Aaron Lopresti while it was going on. I'm like, how is this selling your book? How is Shane Davis and Aaron and Ethan talking about me selling your book? And he's typing, he's like, I don't know, man. My wife is sick. Why don't you leave me alone? I'm just like, you should go to Dark Horse. You should get away from these guys are dragging you down. And then
are you fucking for real? He used his fucking wife as a fucking shield for you.
So I haven't spoken to him since.
You like ask him like a legit question. Your name is being brought up during his fucking launch campaign or whatever the fuck is going on. And you're like, yo, what? How's it? He's like, I don't know, man. My wife is fucking sick. What the fuck? How does his wife's health have anything to do with fucking his book or them calling you out?
I may be an asshole, but like, I'm not that kind of asshole that I would go complete, continue pursuing it. But like, I felt like I stayed my case. And behind the lines, I think he agreed with me, and then it's funny because I said, you should go to Dark Horse. And then I find out they're doing a secret Dark Horse deal.
Yeah, they got real butthurt over that, I guess, huh? Like, hey, how come I can't get Cyberfrog into Dark Horse? How come I can't get fucking Black Riding Hood or fucking Manlet into fucking Dark Horse? I'm not logged into the chat, so because somebody's asking where can they find my books, I'm gonna put my link in, but in order for me to do it, it's probably gonna kick me out. So I'm gonna pop out for a second. Do you not have a como se dice, a wrench?
Yeah, but whenever I go on somebody else's stream, it signs me out for whatever reason, and in order to sign in, I gotta log out and sign back in again. So let's see, maybe I won't.
So the Dark Horse, I guess there was a secret Dark Horse deal. I mean, it's so dumb. Secret Dark Horse deal. It's more like the professionals. They've had some stuff. They've put out their books, and they've done it consistently. And so they're like contacting or talking to Dark Horse. That head guy at Dark Horse. And I guess they were looking to make a fucking publishing deal with those guys. And then when that dude got fired, it all kind of fell through.
Yeah, that's the end of Dark Horse, if you ask me.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I put the link in the chat for the gentleman who was asking about my comics. Thank you.
Yeah, he's already on his second issue while everybody else is fucking being fucking weirdo.
And I got 2 campaigns that are going to launch sooner than later. I'm just leaving it at that because I don't want to give a definite date yet.
Yeah, I saw something about it. Like the people who bought Dark Horse was some dude who was like buying video game companies, but was like buying the IPs or something, and then was like laying people off. So the guy would like buy a comic or a video game company just for the IP and then fire everybody. So he would like keep, the whatever the video game was, whatever, companies games were being good or what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but there's a practice where these big companies buy smaller companies and then like basically strip them down and then sell them for a profit. Like
Yeah.
I'm big into board games, as you can see by looking behind me, but there was a company called Asmodee that got bought by a giant corporation. And then through Asmodee, they bought every other board game company. And then they started like restructuring. They had, we've seen the movie Idiot on that, the Office Space, when the efficiency experts come in, they streamlined and all the designers were just like, I'm out of here. They formed their own little companies, and then they sold it. And Asmodee and Days of Wonder and Final Fantasy Flight and Seabon, these companies, when they put out board games, it was like an event, and like you couldn't wait. It was like Marvel back when John Byrne was drawing. Oh my god! Now who cares? But I look at all of these little companies like Peterson Games and stuff like that they're the ones to go to now.
Mm-hmm. There's a bar downtown here called the Pint and Pawn, and you go in there and you can get some beer. It's like a beer, but they have like this giant wall of
cool
of board games and shit. So me and my wife, we'll go there and have a couple of beers. But like all these board games, we like have no fucking idea what these board games are. We're not quite ready to like sit down and figure them out. So we end up
you want somebody you want to go there with somebody who already knows how to play.
Yeah, because it's like we'll see all these board games, like, yeah, that looks cool. Oh, there's a Cthulhu one, or there's this one, there's that one. And you're like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And we end up just getting like fucking Battleship or fucking like Go. You know what I mean? Where we're like, we like. Right. We know how to
I go to board game conventions and like and I'm a board game freak. I'll read the rules at night while I'm laying in my bed. So when I go to the board game convention, I know how to play. I can teach people. So there's one girl. They have like little flags. Like you have a green flag if you want players. So I'm like, oh, cool. I want to play this game. So I sit down at the table. She's like, oh, good. We just need 2 more people we could play. And she breaks out the rule book and starts to read the rules right then and there. I said, oh, I'm going to go get a drink of water. And I never came back. I'm not going to sit there for 40 minutes while you're reading the rules. Like I thought he was going to teach us how to play.
Man,
I went to Shoots and Lattes in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
My wife's brother lives in Toronto, so we went out there to visit him. And then I went to Shoots and Lattes by myself, and she's hanging out with her brother. He's in a wheelchair, so he couldn't come. So I go to Shoots and Lattes. I take a taxi all the way across town, and I go in there and I order a burger, and I'm sitting down with the board. Nobody wanted to play with me. People go in with their friends. You know what I mean? It's not like people like, hey, stranger, you want to sit down? So I sat there. I ate a burger.
Were you bummed out? You were like, anybody?
Yeah, I sat there with the board game all set up with the rules, and nobody sat at my table. Nobody wanted to. I ate my burger and went home.
Did you let anybody know you were down to play, or you just sit there?
Yeah, I had the board game set up, and I'm like
burger grease and shit in your beard. You're like,
yeah, but everybody comes in with friends, and they sit with their friends. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit at this old freak's table. Look at him. Guy's 60 years old. We're 23. We're all hanging out with us.
Yeah, I would have come in with my wife and be like, what the fuck is that guy doing over there?
Yeah.
You just fucking like, let's go sit at the other end of the bar.
It would have been like Pixar. I got up at the other side of the table and made another move and then go.
Dude, that's a better fucking cable than a mailing cable. This guy could really draw hands.
Yeah, like like when you draw, you don't make it super photorealistic. Sometimes you exaggerate things, and that's called style. So like I'm not going to crit like the only time I would nitpick is if like there's something like against their style. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like look at that Batman with the ears and everything like that. Like that's not great anatomy. That's kind of weird. The forehead's too small, but it's Sam Keith's style.
Yeah.
If you know, like, you know what I mean? Like if he did something, I couldn't even imagine that he would do. That's when you do the nitpicks. But like calling Jack Kirby because he draws like an extra muscle in the forearm that doesn't really exist is missing the point of Jack Kirby. But then when you get like super photorealistic guys like Mark Schultz, who did Xenozoic Tales, like if
Brian Boland,
Brian Boland, good example. If he did something abstract in the middle of a panel, just out of the blue, then you'd be like, that guy, that's not what a foot looks like. But
what
I
the
find
fuck
people
did this guy just draw?
Too nitpicky, you know, over art, and it's like that's called style. Yeah, Violet Comics says Sam Keith could draw super realistic if he wanted to, you know.
He just chose not to. Not a fan of that fucking bat symbol.
No, that looks like a radio frequency.
Yeah, I was about to, or like a fucking heartbeat kind of a.
Yeah, heartbeat's better. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, everybody's in that pose, that crouch pose.
Yeah. Crouch. See, I like that. That's pretty.
Yeah, I that reminds me of Bill Sienkiewicz in a way.
Yeah, kind of a Arkham Asylum. Is that who did Arkham Asylum?
Arkham Asylum, that was Dave McKean, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman and
my parents took that one from me. Like I had that, and my aunt read it and was like, "What the fuck? Like you shouldn't have this." And like told my dad, and my dad was like, "This is for mature readers."
Yeah, I remember. I remember my older brother took Blood. You know that Havoc and Wolverine comic. Yeah, it's like this was on the news. There's like nudity in this and stuff like that. I was like, shut up.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Dude, mom and dad are gonna hear you. Shut the fuck up.
Hello, nerds. Hello. Black Hat Cinephophile says if somebody could draw it right, they should. Yeah, but not every style is photorealistic, is what I'm saying. You know, like Will Eisner, he did draw Phil. His characters sometimes looked rubbery, but it was awesome.
I love me some Will Eisner, dude.
Yeah,
like all of my favorite artists are like stretchy and animated. You know.
Yeah, I love your style.
I like Eisner a bunch. I like Michael Golden a lot. I like that his faces and shit are kind of like stretchy and wonky, but like all of his tech is like fucking almost technical drawings. You know what I mean? Like Nam, everybody looks like they got cartoon faces, but the M60s, you could see fucking every rivet. You know, it's like dope, dude. He had some, he did some like Jackie Chan books that were fucking dope as fuck.
Yeah, I still hit his Micronauts 1-11 is still one of my favorite comics ever.
Yeah.
You know, it was sci-fi and dark, very Neil Adamsy. It was so good.
Yeah, I like a little bit of like stretch and pull to it, you know. Oh yeah, nerds! You fucking nerds! Yeah, we are.
If only comic books went back to nerds, you know. Like I'll go to the supermarket with my wife, and there's just like some gray-haired lady with like her grandkids, and she's wearing a shirt that says Marvel. And I'm just like, name 4 Marvel comics. What's your favorite Marvel comic?
Show me a picture of your long box.
Yeah, exactly.
How many long boxes you got?
I still talk about that, Matt. You want to work for? Show me a picture of your comic. Some guy was arguing with me the other day on Twitter, and what I forget what. Oh, it was about that Dan Slott. How Dan Slott blocked me on Twitter. The guy goes, "What do you care? You're not even a comic book fan." So I showed a picture of my comic book room, and his response was, "Just having a lot of comics doesn't mean you're a fan." I was like, "Oh, really? What does it mean?"
What?
So what does being a fan mean?
What does that mean?
If not having 50 years of comics, like I lay on those comics like Smaug with his gold treasure.
Yeah. You like lay on them and shit.
I walk in that room and I'm just like, Matt Barr just touched New Mutants 11. Where is it? Where, Matt?
Who touched my long box? You're touching my long boxes. Dude.
I laugh at that. I keep saying that I want to have everybody come over, like as a stretch goal. When I finally make $100,000, I'm flying all you guys out here. We're gonna play role playing games. And Matt says, "I'm not playing. I'm just gonna go in the back room and read comics."
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to play a board game? Are you fucking crazy? With like 50 years of comics behind us that we could fucking thumb through? I'm good. Y'all have fun with your board game. Y'all had fun with Chutes and Ladders. I'm gonna go read some fucking Avengers. Remember this? This was pretty dope. The Batman versus Predator. That was pretty cool.
That looks like he's fighting a scrotum.
A toothy scrotum.
That scrotum's got AIDS.
He's got AIDS. Even Sam Keith just doing a fucking Predator. You're like, yeah, that's wonky as fuck, dude.
But it works, you know.
Yeah, fuck it.
And that Predator also looks like he would be like you'd slam down a beer and tell his wife to shut up. Shut up, woman! I'm fighting Batman.
I'm not jamming on that. Sorry.
I just don't like Harley Quinn anymore. She's made it into my characters that I don't like, pile, like Deadpool. That one gives me mixed feelings.
Yeah. It makes me think of that fucking that Genesis video where they got Ronald Reagan puppet dressed up like Superman.
Yeah, good call.
This is the world we live in. Oh, and this
my favorite Genesis song is "It's No Fun Being an Illegal Alien." Remember that song?
No.
It's no fun being, and they all have Mexican haircuts and sombreros.
This is the Genesis?
Yeah, it's either Genesis or Mike and the Mechanics.
Okay.
That's a pretty good Joker.
What was the difference between Mike and the Mechanics and Genesis?
They all went solo. They all put out solo projects.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter Gabriel left, and then Phil Collins did solo, and then the other guy did Mike and the Mechanics.
Okay, so you got Genesis, so I would say solo careers after Genesis. Peter Gabriel's at the top. Then that one guy, Phil Collins, and then everybody else after that.
Yeah.
Like Peter Gabriel, he's got some good shit.
They're all talented. I used to, I was a punk rocker back when Phil Collins was big. But I got to admit now, whenever I hear him, I'm like, this guy's catchy and can write a song.
Yeah, this is all like in hindsight. Like if you were like asking me at 18, like, hey man, what do you think about fucking Genesis? Yeah, like, I'd be like, fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you're not trying to talk to me about fucking yuppie side or sick of it all or fucking hate breed, I would have fucking told you to fuck off. But yeah, now I've like grown up. I've got some albums, and yeah, I like some Peter Gabriel. I like some Genesis. Can't get into country though. That's the one genre I'm just like.
I living out in Albuquerque, I got into country because I used to say that I can't get into country. So guys are like, oh, I'll play some country for you. So I like a lot of old country. I just can't get into rap. And like I'm at the point now where I don't care if people get mad because you're like, oh, you don't like rap, but you're a racist, and so you shut up. Now I'm just like, don't like rap. You're a racist. Yeah, and I don't.
Rap is just not like the edgy shit that it used to be. You know what I mean? It's now 50 years old, pretty much. You know what I mean? The genre.
It became
Sugar Hill Gang. You know what I mean? It's already kind of like
back in the 80s and 90s. It was kind of exciting because it was new and these guys were inventing stuff. Now it's just people who only listen to like Beyonce making other songs that kind of sound like Beyonce. And I don't even think these people these new rap acts, they're like Drake. You tell me that guy wasn't just like handpicked because he had good suction and put out on the stage. Like
Drake came up through Disney.
Right.
Like Drake wasn't like on the streets of fucking New York, handing out his fucking demo tape. Yeah. He was already fucking like
Beyonce was
Disney money.
You know what I mean? Like Run DMC, these guys were like rapping in the streets. Handed everybody their cassette tape. They would get a slice of pizza, give you $2 and a cassette tape. You know, I remember those days in Manhattan. Every black kid that came into pizzeria that I worked at would hand me a cassette tape. Hey man, you got to listen to my rap. You know,
Dude, I have a couple of fucking demo tapes of dudes. Like I was like outside of Tower Records in Union Square. You know what I
right?
mean? You'd come out and there'd be fucking kids like, yo man, what'd you get in there? Hey, you got, oh, I got this. You should get this. And I'm,
Right. Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
thanks for not robbing me. I'll totally buy your fucking cassette.
Yeah. Half of them, they didn't even want to. They just wanted to give you the cassette. You know.
Yeah.
That was cool. I wish I could find all my cassettes. Hey, Ethan.
Oh. He's got Ethan, and who's the little guy right here? I know.
Davis.
Who is that? Is that Malin or Shane Davis?
Yeah, that's Shane Davis. The girl is Malin.
Yeah, he's hitting it on that one.
I never took the CD cassette. I didn't get any demo CDs, but I got plenty of demo cassettes. Cassettes were like you just went into any CBS and you bought like a pack for $5 and you just dubbed them and handed them out. You know, it was like perfect for young startups. You know, I went to a punk rock club, see the band. I'm at CBGB's. I step outside. There's 900 skinheads. Hey, check out my tape. Check out my tape. You know, I love that.
How many 7-inches did you have? Did you have a bunch of records?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I have a couple of videos. I used to do Monday Music. There's a playlist where I just show off all my 45s.
Yeah, dude. I've got a couple of fucking drawers just filled with fucking albums, dude. Just filled with 7-inch albums. Just
I'm looking at them now. I got these IKEA 2x2 boxes. They're made for albums, and I got 4 of them filled with 45s. You know,
so up here I've got a bunch of 7-inches. I've got like some Shelter. I've got some Youth of Today. Texas is the Reason. Warzone. All like just nothing but fucking New York hardcore. But then when you go downstairs to like my 12-inch albums, that's when you're gonna find like fucking Crystal Gale and fucking.
Well, just like my combo collection, me being the last person in my family to be interested.
Loggins and Messina is downstairs.
Yeah, everybody in my family was just like, "Hey, John, you want these albums?" You know, so I would just like absorb their other record plays. Yeah, I went to CBGB's all the time.
Yeah, I went there too a couple times. Yeah,
Matt was probably one of those 11-year-old kids jumping on my head. Get on, you little pest!
Hey, it's an all ages show. Yay, I get to go all ages.
and I just start bouncing off of the adults.
You little pest! I'm trying to watch the band.
Straight edge, straight edge.
And they're like, "Dude, you're not even old enough to drink."
Fuck you, straight edge for life.
You know, I never saw the Misfits. Tim's asking about the Misfits.
Oh yeah, they were already pretty much. What they like? Kind of broke up in the early '80s, didn't they?
Yeah. And the Ramones, Blondie. Ramones. I met all the Ramones, but I've never seen them play.
Yeah.
And Blondie, by the time I was like 14, 15 years old, sneaking off to go see bands at CBGB's, Blondie was already like a big name. So I didn't get a chance to see her.
Yeah. If you go to CBGB's, you're seeing people at their fucking beginnings almost,
right.
You know?
Well, you know, like before there was Max's Kansas City Mud Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the Talking Heads used to play there that always bothered me in that song. Like this, I ain't got no, you know, this ain't no Mud Club or CBGB's. I ain't got time for that now. I'm like, don't diss them. They gave you your start. You know, that's like, don't forget the one that you know.
What? That's awesome, dude. Dude, Texas is the Reason was a great band. I don't know if they're still around, but I really enjoyed them.
Yeah, I think 82. I think was I think I started going to CBGB's around 84. I graduated high school in 87. Yeah, so I think
I saw Danzig when he was with that Sam Hain band. I went and saw him then, and remember, and I was just like, yo, he's fucking short as shit.
Yeah,
it's like a little kid and be like, man, I'm almost as fucking tall as Danzig. I mean, he was yoked and you know he was fucking jacked as fuck. you know,
Yeah,
but it was still just like,
he
I was like,
supposedly
oh,
was
short.
petitioning. He was petitioning Hollywood to be Wolverine. You know, because he's built
Yeah.
like him.
And he had the sideburns and everything. Yeah. And then he came back. There, I was seeing him at this place in Norfolk called the Boathouse, and it was like a barge. You know, it was like a barge that they had turned into a venue, and so I went and saw him playing there. And this was like right after Mother that shit could come out, and then he like it was pretty dope. He like came out, and I remember like we thought it was all cool. Like some girl asked him to like sign something, and he like turned her around and like signed her the ass of her jeans and then smacked it. And it was all, you know, it's kind of funny. Dude, at that place I saw this was maybe like the fucking most high energy show I'd ever seen. But it was some band called fucking Trouble and White Zombie. And this was like they were like brand new. Like it was Trouble and White Zombie opening up for Pantera.
Oh wow.
In like 93, maybe 94, dude. It was like yo, these fucking like I don't know who fucking White Zombie was. We hadn't seen him before. They were fucking dope. They had a fucking hot ass fucking bass player. Like we're all just like, yo, they got a girl bass player. That's fucking hot. And then Pantera came out. And so then the lead singer of Pantera like brought out the lead singer of Trouble and brought out fucking Rob Zombie, and they were like smoking a bowl on stage, and then dun 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 dun. They started with fucking Walk, dude. It was the whole place just exploded. Okay, that was like fun energy. There was a show that I went and saw. They were there for 3 nights. I went and saw Slayer at Webster Hall.
Oh wow.
I saw like the first night and the second night, and dude, like as soon as the fucking chord hit, the whole fucking place exploded. Like there was no safe spot. You know what I mean? Like the whole place just started fucking swirling and moving. Like you either had to start moving or you were fucked. But that was wild, dude. Just to see like even people against the walls, like there was no. Everybody started fucking churning as soon as they started playing, dude. That was some shit, dude.
There was a club up in Connecticut called the Anthrax, and it was owned by kids. And it was like in this industrial park, like right next to it was like a muffler shop, and the other side was like a place that repaired tires. So like nobody cared how loud it got because there was no houses anywhere. And then right in the middle was this, and they couldn't have a liquor license. So it was the funniest thing. You'd go there, and the only thing they sold was Jolt. So you get
shit! Everybody's fucking just buzzing.
Yeah, just chugging Jolt, and then the Bad Brains would come on. It was like everybody, like your nose would just bleed from the blood pressure.
Bad Brains. Yeah, we had something similar to that in Virginia, in Hampton. There was this place called the Insect Club.
Oh, that's a great name.
Yeah, dude, and. We saw a couple of shows that were there, but it ended up being like nothing but this band called Clutch. I don't know if you ever heard of Clutch, but this is like late 90s. And, I guess their Clutch was from Maryland and, this was Virginia. So they would just like hit us up every couple of months. So every couple of months, it was like, yo, Clutch is playing. Yeah, let's go see Clutch. And it was just like, gas station aesthetics, you know what I mean? It was just so fucking wild, dude. And like I remember somebody being like, man, I remember when you fucking climbed on the ceiling. And I was like, what the fuck? Because they had like a chain link fence that separated the people who had IDs and the people who didn't, right? So I during the fucking Clutch show, I like climbed up the chain link fence and then like shimmied my way on a pole over the I mean, it wasn't high, it was maybe like 8 feet, you know what I mean, 9 feet, but I like shimmied over and then dropped into the middle of the fucking pit. It was the dopest shit, dude. It was so fucking dope.
I remember I was like 14 years old, and my friend was like, we got a stage dive. And I was like, what stage? Like I was like a typical, the Long Island Dicks, or the bridge and tunnel punks.
Strong, yeah, the bridge and tunnels, the fucking
so I'm
Ethans,
just like
the bridge and tunnels, the
I'm
faggots from Jersey.
I'm wearing this like turtleneck sweater, like just like a total dick, and I was like, oh, I got all excited. And I started stage, and like I was a dick, and then I sprung up, like I stopped growing. I had like a growth spurt, so I was like my size now from like like high school. I thought I was gonna be a giant, but after high school I stopped growing. So now I'm on the stage and I dive, and everybody just splits because I'm like over 200 pounds, and I just boom knock the wind. I'm like laying on the ground. Like,
that sucks.
A couple of guys picked me up, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. That was like always a rule with once you hit 200 pounds, the stage diving is done.
Yeah. So I
remember I'm in the air going, yeah. Oh no, everybody's leaving. It was like the Red Sea. Boom.
I have a good stage diving story, because it was a good stage, and there was like no security. So there was this place in Manhattan called the Limelight.
Yeah.
And but some of the chat. So they took like this old ass fucking church and converted it into a club and a venue. So you can go there, and like there'd be different music in every room. I saw people snorting lines of who the fuck knows what off the dance floor. Like, yo, that's a fucking dance floor, dude. When people are like snorting lines of fucking Special K off the dance floor, that was some fucking crazy shit. So it was also a venue, and like we went and saw like Lords of Acid there. It was fucking crazy. So, but the show that was dope was Shelter, that fucking Hare Krishna hardcore band. You know the band Shelter?
Yeah, weren't they like a couple of members of the Cro-Mags formed Shelter later?
It was Youth of Today. There
was that weird period where everybody started turning Hare Krishna.
Yeah, dude. It was like, what the fuck? It was like, hey, do you guys want to come to the Christian Center after the show? Like, nah, we're good, bro.
Nah, I'm fine.
Like, I'm good. I'm gonna go get a hamburger, bro. I'm good.
Yeah. Just play
your fucking music, bro. Don't fucking preach. But they had little ponytails and everything, dude. They had the whole thing. So like Shelter was playing, and like I climbed up onto the stage, right? So I would climb up on the stage, run across the stage, and then fucking hit the fucking speaker. Like they had like a little like kick speaker there, and fucking hit it with one foot, and then jump out into the audience like fucking kung fu kicking, dude. Like like this with a fucking foot out, like just straight up, like just like I didn't expect anybody to catch me. I was just jumping into the crowd, just fucking kicking, dude, and like I would fucking hit the ground, and people would pick me back up, and I'd look, I'd be like, okay, we're good, and I'd like run back to the stage and climb back up, and there was like 4 or 5 of us, dude. Just like nobody was stopping us. We were just running past fucking Purcell.
Grab the mic out of the singer's hand and start singing.
Yeah, I didn't grab the mic.
And the singer would like, he would give you like a couple of seconds grace, and then you would like, come on,
Well, that was like something that they would do at like Wetlands. Remember Wetlands?
Yeah.
So like Wetlands was like real fucking intimate. So like when you were there, dude, they would start singing, and everybody would start trying to grab the fucking microphone, and he would just like hold it, and we'd all be screaming the lyrics into the fucking mic, dude.
Oh, what?
That was some fun shit, dude.
What's the name of the place in New Jersey? It was real small. Maxwell's. You ever go to Maxwell's?
Nah, I never. I went to Hoboken once, dude, and was like,
yeah, it was in Hoboken, and man, it was tiny, and the stage was like 6 inches higher. I'll never forget. Was it the Replacements? But the guy singing, and somebody bumped into the mic, and it just smashed him in the teeth. Freaking blood! Oh my god! I was like, oh god!
He kept going. He kept singing.
He kept going. They were so drunk, they just kept going with freaking blood down their face. Oh, but just get biked in the teeth. I seen that happen to Henry Rollins, and he like had to get off the stage for like an hour, not an hour, like a song, and then come back.
I'd never seen Henry Rollins play.
Get hit in the teeth with the microphone. It hurts.
Yeah, I've never seen Rollins Band or Henry Rollins play. My brother was really into Rollins Band.
I used to be so into Rollins brand. Now I cringe when I see him. It's like, stop with your EST bullshit, you know?
Yeah. I like it when he's just like, "'Cause I'm a liar." Yeah, liar.
It's like, sing fast because your voice sucks. Just sing fast.
He was known for like starting fights with fucking audience members and shit,
Yep.
dude. Like,
They would come and spit on him, and he would like,
yeah.
Yeah. There's videos of him punching the audience, but half the audience loved that stuff.
Yeah, that was like part of it, dude. Yeah, Bad Brains, Black Flag was dope. Misfit.
No, I did not see them with Black Flag. I saw Rollins with the Rollins band. I did not do that. The craziest show I ever saw. Did you ever hear of the Dwarves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Dwarves at Maxwell's in New Jersey, this tiny little place. Me and my friend always pushed ourselves up to the front, you know. So we're up at the front, and the Dwarves come out, 4 skinny naked guys, you know, and they just come out and they're doing 3-chord punk, and he's just like, now we're like trying to push back, you know, because he's on the edge, right in the way, and he's like sticking his junk out, and this girl just reached up and started feeling him. And I'm like, what's going on? And the singer just grabbed the girl, twisted, turned, and threw her into the drum set. The drummer's just like, this the girl, her panties are in the end, girl's bleeding, she's screaming, the lights come on, end of the show. 2 songs. And we're like driving home all sweaty, like, that was awesome. That was punk rock.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
it didn't even matter that we drove all the way there to see 2 songs.
We knew a bunch of kids who were like photographers. And I knew a couple of kids who were doing like zines and shit with the photos. So it was always like it was dumb it's dumb now, but at the time it was all about like trying to get into the photos. You like make sure we're like up close by the stage. So when they take photos of the fucking crowd, like we're in the front, you know, and they see us.
Do you know what's the Rollins band with this tattoo? I think
it's got like a sun.
Yeah, if you look at the back of that album and you go all the way to the bottom, you could see me wearing a Sub Pop hat.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Yeah, they blotted out Sub Pop because it was a rival label, but I have a you know, pre-beard, you know, 18, 19-year-old John's Long box on the back. So when I saw Henry Rollins later, I was like, oh, I'm on your cover. And Henry Rollins looks at me and goes, I'll have my lawyers talk to your lawyers, and they'll talk. And then he just walked away. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
Talk about Black Flag. Black Flag didn't make money until Nirvana made money.
Most of it, yeah. I saw Nirvana opening up for the Melvins, and then Smells Like Teen Spirit came out during that tour. And the second time I saw him, it was the Melvins opening up for Nirvana. And
dude, I remember seeing that. Like, I remember we were watching MTV. It was a bunch of like hair band bullshit, and then Nirvana's Smelled Like Teen Spirit came on. And there's somebody in the audience in the video. I fucking forgot his name and the band he was in because I'm old as fuck. But the guy had a pair of work gloves on that had X's on them. And you could see him in the fucking video. And he was like a lead singer to a straight edge band. And we were all just, and I remember being like, holy fuck. Like straight edge is on fucking MTV. And then like the next video came out and I was like, fuck Nirvana. I don't like Nirvana. Shit. Crybaby, fucking like
that was 7 seconds.
Yes,
Melvins and Nirvana. That was a great show.
7 seconds, dude. That's where the fucking term straight edge came from, right? 7 seconds.
I got straight edge.
Fucking Fugazi. Oh my god, dude.
I took my little brother to that club Anthrax. He was like 13 years old and like a string bean. They were like throwing him around like a beach ball.
Yeah, I never did any like crowd surfing per se. I wasn't really a big fan of that, but just jumping on stage and then fucking like kung fu kicking into the crowd. That was my fucking Minor Threat, dude. That was Minor Threat. Minor Threat came up with fucking straight edge. It wasn't 7 seconds.
Minor Threat. Yeah, I got straight edge. Yeah, that was Minor Threat. Yeah, my old man. Yeah,
not 7 seconds. My bad. Thank you, sir. Gorilla Biscuits, bro.
Yeah, Gorilla Biscuits,
bro. That was like the shit. The only thing that sucked was like they had already broken up by the time. Like there was nobody, seeing.
I remember
Civ came, like Gorilla Biscuits broke up, and so you had Civ, and then you had Quicksand. Both of those were fucking. Civ is fucking dope. I love Civ.
I remember the first time I heard Gorilla Biscuits, I started laughing. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
You
Like,
are
that's
a
the name-
little biscuit. You are a double A biscuit. You are a
That's the
double A
name of the
biscuit.
band. I was like, no, really, they're a real band.
Yeah.
DRI, I remember that Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, right? That got crazy.
Yeah. The fucking.
Oh, Matt, you know that variant cover that you drew for me, right? That looks like the cover of London Calling.
Yeah.
Well, I had Brian Bow drew another punk rock cover, and now I'm thinking I'm going to go around and ask artists, pay them, of course, and I want them to do like 80s, 90s punk rock covers of my characters, and maybe make like an album, like an art book.
Yeah.
So I got one guy doing the cover of Minor Threat. I got another guy doing the cover for the Ramones. You already did one. All right, I'd ask you again, but the whole thing is the different artists for different covers. From the X-Ray Specs album, I got another person doing that. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be fun.
Yeah, man.
Gwar. It was funny. My friend Sean was like, "We're gonna go see Gwar." So I went out to Manhattan College to go get him. And his roommate was like the most preppy guy. He had like a pink turtleneck sweater. He had the eyes on shirt on and the penny loafers. "Oh, you're gonna go see a punk rock? Yeah, we're gonna go down to CBG. Oh, I always wanted to go to CBGB's." And Sean is like this. And I'm like, "Yeah, come with us. So we take the train down, we go to CBGB's, and no, I made a mistake. The name of the band was Vulcan Death Grip. I never heard of the band before or since. So we like, "You got to push your way up to the front." So he's like, "Okay," we get all the way up to the front, and we're at the front of the stage, and the lights go jet black. CBGB's gets pitch black.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
The lights are pitch black, and we just hear movement, and the lights go on just as the guitarist hits, and the lights are on, and the singer is this girl. She has her fingers down her throat, her boobs out, and she's already puking. The puke is in midstream.
Oh my God.
And all over this guy. And then she's like on the ground, rolling on the ground. Her nose is bloody. She's like, and we're like, and he's just like, I think I'm gonna go. And he left, and he moved out of Sean's room. He had his own room for a semester.
Oh fuck! I think I'm gonna go, guys.
I don't want to go anymore. I could just see him like talking Mindy. It was terrible. This woman vomited all over me. No, Gwar was another show. Almost the same story. My buddy Adam took one of the guys. He was a stockbroker, and he took one of his stockbroker friends with us. And again, Adam was like nicer than me. He's like, "Stay in the back. If you feel like you want to go up front, but they spray people with blood and everything." He's like, "John's a lunatic." So I pushed my way all the way up to the front, and Otis Yorgis, he's pointing a sword at me and spraying blood on my face. He's handed me the microphone, and I'm like, "You ain't shit unless you learn how to rock." And then he had a pulsing brain, and he grabbed the part of his pulsing brain and throws it. And it goes all the way across Webster Hall, and it hits my friend Adam's friend right in the face. He's got a tie on and a suit, and it just rolls down his face. And he just goes, "Awesome," and just runs out. He's got the tie around his head, blood on him. He was like, "That was the greatest thing ever."
Yeah, we went and saw Gwar in high school and like wore white T-shirts to the show.
Yeah,
and then the next day at school, we didn't wash them, so we like went into class with just like
they become pink
shit sprayed all over it. Yeah, it's fucking dope. Yeah, they were messy.
Yeah, Gwar was a lot of fun. I remember they had like a fake battle, and like a couple of people, they had to lay down, pretend to be dead for the song. And he's holding the microphone and he's singing backup, but he's laying in all of this fluid. He was getting shocked, and people from the crowd grabbed the microphone. They're like,
he was getting fucking shocked for the mic. Wow.
Yeah, because they're spraying blood. There's liquid all over the stage, and the microphone's laying in the liquid. So now the microphone's covered with fluid, and you touch it, you're like, "Ah!"
This is some of his Sandman shit.
Oh yeah, that's when Sandman fights Lucifer in the or Charizon is the name of the demon over the key to hell. Yeah, this is how I learned Sandman. Sam Keith. What's his name? I can't even pronounce it. The Boomerang. I wish I could have left a smidgen's yell, but something's got to roll snake eyes. Well, it's just that Matt and I lived in New York. you know, it's easy to meet all these punk rock people and comic book people when you live in New York, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, not so much now, but at the time, it was like New York felt like the capital of the world, dude.
Right. The 80s New York, like if you have a time machine, you want it, the late 60s, you want to go to London. You know, the early 80s, you want to be in New York, without a doubt, you know.
Yeah. 80s was dope, dude. 80s was dope. There was like a vibe of fucking danger in the city, but it was so alive, man. It was so fucking awesome. Right. 90s was pretty cool too, but it started to get a little gentrified. You know what I mean?
The 90s, I was in Albuquerque in the 90s. And that was fun because all the bands on the, you know, if you were an LA band and you went to New York, you passed through Albuquerque, and on the way back, I used to see so many bands, and they all do the same thing. Oh, that was a great show. Anybody got a place for us to crash? Like, come to my place. I had so many bands just staying up. Do you remember the band The Voluptuous Horror of Karen Black?
That sounds familiar. Familiar. The Karen Black stuff. What's they stayed with you?
They were a band, but they would also do a burlesque show, and part of the show was a bunch of naked girls, and they would like put dye all over themselves. So I was like, yeah, come on down. So we come down to my house, and they're like, could the girls take a shower? So my roommate Sean, who was the straightest normal guy, like I met him out there. He needed a place to live, so he's like waking up at 2 a.m, like all pissed off. Dude, I gotta go. And it's just naked girls, purple, green, all. He's like, cracks open a beer. This is great, you know. And they all cleaned off in the bathtub, and my bathtub was just like a rainbow for like months. We couldn't. I don't know what the hell they used for this dye, but we could not get it out of the bathtub.
Dude, I don't even. No offense, Timmy, but I don't even know where the fuck that town is.
Yeah, not only do I not know the local bands in Bremerton, I don't know where Bremerton is.
Is that how you pronounce it? Bremerton or
I don't know Bremerton.
Dude, if you're like, yeah, Bremerton, Illinois, I'd be like, oh, okay. And you'd be like, you fucker, it's Bremerton, fucking Alabama. I'd be like, oh, okay. I don't know where Bremerton is.
Yeah, Tampa. I'm not saying any other place was bad. I'm just saying New York just had a disproportionate amount of cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it was Marvel Comics, DC Comics, even Charlton Comics was in Connecticut. You know, if you're into that, you know, it wasn't too far to see all this stuff.
Well, all the major recording studios were in New York. All the major publishing, you know, all that was in New York. You know, it was
Washington
epicenter.
Yeah,
Washington D.C. Yeah, that was. Because I lived in Virginia, and when I was in Virginia, we'd go to D.C. to go see like Avail. Four Walls Falling, and I think, you know, we saw Fugazi in DC.
I never went to the DC to see any club. I went to Washington a couple of times, you know, Seattle rather, you know, during the whole right as Nirvana got big. I saw Mudhoney.
We were fucking like just goddamn rascals. I don't know, I can't think of another word, but like on our way to DC, dude, we'd be hitting up and I apologize now, but like we would be hitting rest stop vending machines on the way up to DC from Virginia, from Newport News, and we would get like a liquid soap bottle, and we would, you know, we'd get an empty one and we'd fill it with salt water. And then you'd go up there and you'd spray the salt water into the fucking dollar bill fucking slot, and like it would just start pumping out fucking change. Yeah, dude. Like it would just start pumping out change and fucking sodas. And so we would like we go to the next machine and the next machine and like all this shit. Like we just getting change. So we would go to the fucking show, dude, with like handfuls of fucking quarters to pay for our way, dude. Yeah, it was fucking dope, dude. I mean, now I feel bad. I'm like, you fucking little fucking scumbag. But
we all did stupid stuff. I mean, that's why you know.
Yeah.
Without a path to forgiveness, what good is it all? But like, I did so much stuff I'm not proud of, you know.
Yeah, that's the shit. I'm like,
like you said,
I need you just to like look over those fucking vending machines. Jesus, I'm so sorry.
Like you said, you were a rascal. Like call me a hypocrite and I'll accept it. But like, there was like punk rocky anti-establishment stuff we did. But we also like, you didn't punch an old lady randomly.
No.
You know what I mean? Like what's going on today is beyond. Like now I'm officially an old man. These kids today don't understand. Real mischief was, putting a girl's pigtails in the inkwell.
Dude, we were like just shitty little like surf grommets, dude. We'd like go to the shows and then we hit up the fucking surf shop and be like, "You got any fucking sex wax? You got any old sex wax you don't need? Like, you got any old surfboards?" Like, dude, my first two boards had fucking dents. On my first board had fucking duct tape on the fucking side of it, dude. It was.
Do you know that the record label Dutch East India? It was a punk rock label. It was located in Rockville Center, New York, which is, I grew up in Baldwin, New York. So it was like I could walk there. So we all got jobs there. And it was like a CD 45, it was a warehouse, of punk rock stuff. And our goal was, how much stuff could we steal before we got fired?
Just walking out with whole handfuls of shit.
Yeah, we would it would be like January, it would be like July, we're wearing trench coats and stuff like that. And we had it like down pat. Like if we ever got accused, we were like, "Fuck you, man! Call the cops! Call the cops! You better be right! You better be right!" One of my friends ended up working there for like 6 years. He was that good of a thief. The rest of us, we were like, get out of here. Okay, fair.
See him in your pants, kid. You see the fucking CDs in your pants.
Yeah. So yeah, it's doing stupid shit. Back, you bought a car for $200. You drove to Connecticut to go see a band.
Yeah, we weren't like destructive. I mean, there was like a couple of like strip malls or strip stuff in Newport News where we'd go behind and like spray paint and shit, and but like we weren't like destructive though. I wouldn't say.
Bobby
there was like a neighborhood guy in Newport News in the Beachmont neighborhood. There was like I don't know, like a community watch guy or something. He would like drive around and we used to like go there and fuck with him. Like we'd go up to his house and fucking like rev the engine and he'd come running out and we'd fucking peel out and like, he'd chase us around the neighborhood and shit. But,
we would take a paint can and take the top off it, put a piece of wax paper on the bottom, and like with a rubber band and put it on top of a cop car and then like cut the rubber band and run. So the cops would come out, "What are you kids doing?" And they would see the paint can, like, "You asshole." They would pick up the paint can.
That's fucking awesome. So what we would do is we'd get a fucking baby doll. This is like suburban, like, dude, Newport News is just like sprawling it's just like suburbia, just sprawling. Like one neighborhood would connect to another neighborhood, would connect to another neighbor. I mean, it was just this infinite fucking neighborhoods. And we got like a baby doll, and we would tie 2 strings to the baby doll, and like you put the baby doll in the middle of the street, and you put a blanket over it. One person would get a string on one side of the road, and you'd hold the string to the other side. And when somebody was coming, you'd both pull the string, and this baby doll would fly up. This baby doll would fucking jump up, and these fucking people, you'd be like,
oh my God.
But I mean, they're in the neighborhood, right? It's not like, a fucking highway. Like these people were driving like fucking 20, 15 miles an hour anyways.
And then they get out of the car and you run to somebody's driveway to get away from them.
They would fucking, dude, that was the best, dude. They'd fucking hit the brakes and jump out and be like, "What the fuck?" And like see us, start chasing us. That was the shit, because it was just like, just jumping, running, jump, like, because everybody had like chain link fences that were, probably 5 feet, like small suburban chain link fences, but everybody had them. So you were just like running through a neighborhood, jumping the chain link fence, running, jumping the chain link fence, running, jumping the chain link fence. And every once in a while you'd fucking look behind, you just see this fucking dude like fucking chasing us. It was fun, dude.
It reminded me of this. There was a little car bridge, like a stone bridge that went over this little creek. And my friend Adam, the one that he took when he was younger, he would take like a blanket and he would spray it with Lysol. And when cars would come, we would light the blanket on fire. So like the fire was touching him, and he would just run across the thing and jump in the water, and then swim underneath. And then, we would all come out and help look for the guy who jumped in the water. You know, I don't want to put that guy on fire.
Yeah, dude, I did not fuck with fire or arson at all. Like my dad being a fucking fire chief, dude, that would have been fucking hell to pay if he fucking if he, because one time I remember Anarchist Cookbook?
Yeah.
So we got a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook, and which like my dad came into my fucking room and was just like knocking shit over looking for this fucking book. So we've made these smoke bombs out of a recipe, and it's basically sugar and saltpeter. It'd be like 2 parts sugar, 4 parts saltpeter, and you would just like mix it up, and like we'd like pour it out. And one time I was on the back of the bus. I was on the back of the school bus. Yo, watch this shit. And like I poured it out and I lit it on the fucking floor of the school bus. And the whole school bus just filled up with smoke. And the bus pulled over. And it wasn't even like, everybody get out. And once they realized, they were just like, Matt Barr, get the fuck off the bus. So I like had to like walk home, and they like called my dad, and he fucking wore me the fuck out, dude. And
Yeah,
so I never fucked with like smoke bombs or anything.
We would make like imitation napalm. You just take a bucket of gasoline and throw styrofoam peanuts in it, mix it up, and they would melt, and it would turn it, fucking throw it out at things. Just, it was liquid fire.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't fuck with anything flammable after that fucking incident. But we used to do dumb shit, like we would block, like people would like put their Christmas trees out, and we just like take them all and just start blockading the roads. People would have to like get out and move they'd have to get out and move the tree, and that's when we would like fucking throw shit at them.
One of the stupidest things we
Either
did,
fucking like we throw dirt clogs, or fucking like if we had snow, of course we throw snow, but like we throw dirt clogs at adults, dude. We were fucking.
Did you ever go skitching?
Diabolical. What?
Skitching? Do you ever go skitching?
What is that? Is that like Negro knocking?
No. Skitching is when it snows, you hang out by a stop sign, and when cars stop, you just run and you grab onto their bumpers, and then the car drives, and you just like.
Oh yeah. We did a fuck ton of that. I didn't know that was the name of it. Yeah. We used to do.
I'm sure every local neighborhood like, calls it something different.
Skating. Yeah, we'd be like fucking riding on the back. Yeah. Not in New York, because I'd never seen that much snow in New York. So naturally, I was just making snowballs and fucking throwing them at people down the block. Like people would be like, look at that guy and that girl walking and holding hands. Watch this. Just fucking lob. They would just like perfectly arch. Poof, what the fuck? And all start laughing. Dangerous as fuck. I have no idea who we were throwing snowballs at in New York City. It could have been a fucking, I don't know, Genovese or a fucking Gambino or something for all I know. But like that was fun as shit. And then we were got a wrist rocket. And we were like launching batteries with our fucking slingshot. We were shooting taxis with fucking AA batteries and shit. Just fucking.
I remember we were in 6th grade, and we were standing on the corner throwing snowballs at cars like idiots.
Yeah.
I realize now how stupid we were. And the school bus comes and stops at the stop sign. So I throw a snowball, goes right in the window, hits the bus driver right in the face. So the bus driver just goes, "Get him," and opens the door. And like a whole like junior high school, I'm in 6th grade, like of kids bigger than me, bunch of black kids just come running. I'm like, whoa! I was like, that was the last time I ever did that. Look,
yeah, I had a habit of yelling shit out of the school bus window. Like at home, and I would like knock the door because everybody thought it was funny. Because I'd roll down the window and I would be like, "Hey," and somebody would roll down. I'd go fuck yourself. It was probably like the funnest fucking shit. Like like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid be like, "Hey, go fuck your mom." Just yell stuff. And it was funny as shit until like, and we in Newport News, you had like Fort Eustis, you had fucking Langley, you had Little Creek, you had like all these military bases. And dude, one time we were like, "Your fucking hat," we were like, "Your haircut looks like a fucking faggot's haircut." This is coming from like a 13-year-old, right? And a guy just had like a fucking military haircut. He just had like a jarhead haircut, dude. He fucking followed the bus in his Jeep. It was like trying to get on the bus after us, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, oh shit, this ain't good.
I
That's
remember
funny.
when we started driving, we must have been like 16, 17 years old. And we're in beat up cars and we're on the Belt Parkway. I forget where we were going. And the Belt Park, it's bumper to bumper. You're just sitting there not moving.
Yeah.
So we just start, we're in the middle lane and there's a guy on the right lane. And we just roll down the window. Oh my God, pull over. Oh my God, pull over. The guy's like, what? Like a family, a whole family. The guy pulls over, gets on and then another car takes the spot. We go, sucker! Because nobody's letting them on. We do that all the time. Now I realize if anybody did that to me, oh my God. Like,
dude, if anybody did any of this shit to me, dude, I'd be like, what the fuck? You fucking bastard. Dude, if some kid had a fucking baby doll jump up in front of my fucking car while I was driving through my neighborhood, for sure, dude, I'd be out. Yeah. I'd be out of my car. You fuckers.
I remember once I was driving in Albuquerque and I had my pistol right there. You're allowed to keep your gun in your car. And I'm just driving. I stop at a red light and Jesus, this guy looked just like Jesus. He just opens up my car door all sweaty. He's like, oh, thanks a lot, man. And I go back out of the car. And he's like, you got it, dude. Be cool. I was like, oh man, Jesus made a calling to me and I
dude, Jesus needed a ride, and you were like,
I know.
I rebuke you, Jesus.
I know. Feel bad about it today. But, in Albuquerque, you don't just let people get in your car. I'm trying to think of other stupid. Oh, somebody was talking about Fear. I took my little sister to go see Fear. It was Anthrax and Fear. And she liked Anthrax. We go to see, Fear comes out. And the first thing he did was like, I love you all, leaving. And he had a box and he threw like condoms in. Be safe, everybody. And my sister picks up the condoms. He goes, I thought they would be mean. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
They were old at that point, Old.
Yeah, dude, you can see older bands and they're way more mellow. Like I remember seeing Negative Approach and they were already like in their fucking like 60s. You know what I mean? They still rocked, but yeah, they were just like, you could tell like one dude had like a fucking knee brace on and shit. They opened up for Sick of It All. Dude, I don't know what the fuck, but like Virginia Beach. So Sick of It All comes, like Negative Approach and Sick of It All. And they come, and this is like in the 2000s, like this, maybe 2015, maybe. And like we're sitting there watching, and like, dude, fucking fights just start fucking sparking up. And it's like, who the fuck is fighting at a fucking Sick of It All show? Like, I didn't see anybody under fucking 20. You know what I mean? There's nobody under 30 here at this fucking show. Everybody's wearing black t-shirts. You know what I mean? They're all walking around with their fucking chest pumped out. But like, so a fight starts, and the lead singer's like, yo, chill, guys, chill. And then eventually, like, another two fights start up in separate spots, right? And, like, they were like, yo. And they had to, like, turn the lights on. And was like, what the fuck, Virginia Beach? Like, fucking calm the fuck down. Like, we're all fucking friends here, man. Like, fucking be cool. Can you guys be fucking cool? You can? Okay then. And like fucking turns the lights off and it's like starts playing some more. But it was like, whoa.
That was that club, the Anthrax. It was like they knew that the police were going to shut that place down. So it's just like there's no fighting. Like an honor system. You went a couple blocks away. Like me and you were going down there after this because they knew if there was fights, that club ended up burning to the ground. It was a fire trap.
Oh, it wasn't the fucking Great White show, was it?
No.
Okay. Dude, at the Insect Club, like they had like giant black dudes as security. So as soon as you started fucking like getting like Hufflepuff with somebody, you get fucking bear hugged and like picked up off your feet. Like the dude would just come up behind you and fucking grab you like this and pick you up and fucking walk you outside and then let go of you. It would just be like, what the fuck? Let go of me.
And there was nothing you could do. It was
nothing, dude.
One hand was like this.
Yeah, I mean, because all you could do is like, I'm gonna go fucking limp. He's gonna take me outside, and then I'm just gonna, and then you have to like sit outside and wait for the show to be over for your fucking ride to come out. Yeah, dude, that was the shit.
I went to go see the Lunatics, if you remember them. So the Lunatics are playing, and this I had really long hair, like just long hair. There's no way to describe it. That down to here, long hair, and I'm seeing the Lunatics. I'm like getting it. This was like in the early 90s. Punk was kind of ending and grunge. Everybody had long hair again. So I got the long hair. And the Lunatics are playing, and all of a sudden there's just a commotion on the stage, and I can't tell what it is. And this turns out this naked guy was jumped on the stage. It was behind the speaker, was jerking off on the stage, and they're like, and he just ran, and he dove into the crowd, and he just latched onto my hair. So he's holding onto my hair. The bouncers are coming, punching him, he's flopping around, and he's just like, "Whoa!" And then as they're dragging him, they're dragging me. I'm like, oh fuck, and he fucking pulled out like locks of my hair. I was like, that's it. And I'd never had long hair since. Turned out that guy was the drummer for the G.G. Allen band.
Oh shit.
What Dino, the naked drummer.
Dude, I like you'd be like, oh, some naked dude at a show. Like it was kind of common, dude.
Yeah.
Like it would, like you'd be sitting there and be like, yeah. And you look over and some fucking dude has decided to just like strip down to his sneakers. It's just like, it had happened multiple times, dude. Different people at different shows, different locations, just like, yeah, we're gonna party, all right. And he's fucking, there's just somebody who's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get naked for this show. Like that's how pumped up I am. Like
naked with shoes on, because
yeah, dude, just standing there with fucking tube socks and airwalks and nothing else on, dude. Just
holding a drink. There was a band called Nashville Pussy, and there was a bunch of girls, and they were always naked.
Did you want to see him naked?
The singer wasn't bad. The drummer looked like Archie Bunker naked.
Oh Jesus!
But the singer was yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of fucking girl band. There was like a girl band. Well, it was a girl singer called Ashes. There was a hardcore band called Ashes that had a girl singer. And everybody was all gaga goo goo over her.
Yeah, there was Babes in Toyland. What's the other one?
Was it Baby Go Pow or something? There was like a band called Baby Go Pow that was like
I can't think of the name of the band, but their big hit was a Riot Girl, right?
Riot Girl. I've heard of that. Yeah. Dude, honestly, I think the hottest shit I've ever seen us. Okay, I take it back. So one time my uncle took me to go see Grace Jones, and that was kind of hot. And like I was like, you're amazing. And she squatted down and I said something. I was like, you're so fucking hot. And she slapped me. That was wild. And she was like already like in her 50s or 60s, but she looked hot. And I was like, you're so fucking hot. And she fucking squatted down on the stage and slapped me. But
Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore.
Yeah.
The girl from fucking Lord of Acids was so fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
That was dope. It's like when we went saw Lords of Acid, like she came out on stage in like a little like a German girl dress, like a little like very Bavarian kind of a fucking dress, dude. And like by the end of the show, she was wearing nothing but fucking like these like little black leather hot pants with like electrical tape over her nips, dude. It was just like every song there'd be like one piece of clothing going, and it was just like, what the fuck?
I remember there was a club called the Pyramid Club, and it was like the weirdest place because it was like back then we used to say transvestites, that was the word. But these transvestites, like they would have full beards and then makeup, like they didn't really try to look female. They look like Divine from the John Waters movie.
Yeah.
And so it would be transvestites, then skinheads, then like the CBGB, like the GBH punks with the fin. And there would be just like insane bands there playing all the time. There would be no trouble. You're sitting there at the bar drinking. This guy's a freaking skinhead with a SWAT sticker on his forehead. Right next to him is a transvestite, bigger than him, probably could kick his ass. And you're just watching a band. That was New York was insane back then.
It was insane. We used to like kind of push on them a little bit more. Like first, you had to like check their fucking shoelaces. Like if somebody was a straight edge, you'd have to like check their shoelaces. Right? Like, oh, if he has green shoelaces, then it's okay. But if he had white shoelaces, it was okay to take a swing at him in the pit. Like if you were in the pit and you were like picking up your change, that fucking dance, or the fucking whirlwind. Yeah, dude. Like, all the classic hardcore moves. Like, dude, there was like no problem. Like, you wouldn't even apologize. Like, if I hit somebody else, I'd be like, oh, my bad. But if it was a fucking skinhead, like, just fucking whack them, dude. Whack-a-mole. But you didn't.
It was fun back then. I mean, it was always like a hint.
And they always had like kind of hot chicks with them too. Remember that?
Yeah,
like you get like these fucked up skinheads, and you'd see the skinhead with like her brim
right.
cut.
She would have the short haircut, but then the curls on the side.
Yeah. It was like some kind of weird Franciscan monk kind of thing that she was like trying to pull. Yeah.
And they look good. They had white t-shirts with suspenders over their boobs. They look good.
Yeah, dude. It was like, oh, you're pretty hot, but like you fucking I hate your heart.
Like when they say like an armed society is a polite society. Like I just remember being like, we went down to these clubs and we like, you bump into people, you're like, yeah, sorry, dude. Hey, cool. Like you were polite.
Yeah.
Because you knew one of these guys was unhinged,
Yeah.
So it was like, which one of these guys is carrying? Well, which one of these guys is unhinged? So you were just polite to everybody.
What, dude? What the fuck? Almost Crimes knows about ashes?
Yeah, I never heard of them.
But I forgot to watch the raging water. Damn.
Cute skater chicks were everywhere. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
this was kind of mainstream, but you remember Luscious Jackson?
Yeah.
That was kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, they played early Beastie Boys.
Yeah. I saw Luscious Jackson once in high school. My girlfriend was a fan of him.
Yeah, Kate Schellenbaugh, the drummer, was the original drummer for the Beastie Boys when they were the Young and the Useless, when they were a punk rock band.
Have you ever seen Beastie Boys in the show?
I saw Beastie Boys with Run DMC, with and a punk band. It's gonna drive Alice Donut at the Ritz. And I gotta say, like I was talking about this the other day on another stream. Like the crowd was half black, half white. Not one fight. Everybody was getting along.
Yeah.
I saw the Butthole Surfers with Ice-T's band.
Body Count.
It was and and Soul Asylum. That was.
Oh jeez.
I took my sister to see that. She loved Soul Asylum.
I took a girlfriend to go see Cracker. I was like,
there was like
shit.
The homiest of homie guys and like the skinhead of skinny, and everybody's smoking with each other. You know what I mean? It was fine. I
had a giant frat boy grab me by the shoulders and tell me to stop one time because I was trying to start a mosh pit at Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Like I had an uncle who worked at William and Mary at the college, and I guess he thought Toad the Wet Sprocket was cool and like got me some tickets. And so we were like, yeah, we'll go. And like, as soon as like, and it's funny, Dave Matthew Band opened up. So that's how fucking that's how hardcore this show was, dude. Like it was fucking milk toast as shit. Like if I should have gone and I should have been scoping for chicks. You know what I mean? Like a fucking like high schooler at William and Mary show. I should have been like trying to like land some college, but instead I was like trying to fucking bounce off of people, and they were just like, "Stop, dude, little man, stop!" I was like,
I forget what band we saw, but we drove upstate to some venue that I've never been to before. Me and my friend Sean, and then he was just like, "Oh, my friend Serena goes to college over here at Purchase. We should go there." So we're like 19 years old. This is the biggest idiotic story you've ever heard. So we go and knock on her door, and she's in a suite with these 6 girls. Mm-hmm. And it's like Animal House. Each girl is more hot than the next, and they're all into cool bands and everything like that. So like, 2 guys just showed up. My friend Sean was like 6'2", blue-eyed, blonde, like every, but he was such a ditz. So we show up, all these girls like, we're hanging out, we're drinking beer, and both of us had to work early the next morning. So we're like, yeah, we got to go. And the girl's like, no, you guys can stay here. And Sean even said, there's 6 of you and only 6 beds. Where are we going to sleep? And she goes, don't worry about it. And we're like, yeah, we should. And they're like, no, we got to be at work in the morning. And we're driving home, like the next day I'm halfway through my shift and I was just like, fall to my knees.
Wait a minute.
What was I thinking?
What the fuck did I just fucking miss?
What the hell? Ugh. Those 2 girls must have been like, hey, Serena, which one you 2 gay fag friends? Like, we couldn't have made it more obvious.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
And we're in the car like, this was the right choice. How stupid. Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, I kind of did maybe a little bit the opposite. I was when I started going to SVA, SVA is on 23rd, and like my uncle was living in Gramercy Park. So that's where I was living. I was living on Gramercy Park fucking West. The fucking the building with the 2 fucking knights.
Yeah.
And so that was dope as shit. To have like a key to this private fucking park in Manhattan. But the girls' dorm for SVA was on the south side of Gramercy Park. So it was like a whole fucking brownstone just filled with girls. Like every room had like 4 girls in it. And it was just a whole building of girls. And the dudes, like the boys' dorms for SVA were like in Jersey.
Yeah.
So they'd have to like take the train in and out of the city to go to, and so like, yeah, I'd be like, all right, school's out, go back to fucking Jersey. And I would just be hanging out, dude. And I got into maybe a little bit of trouble. I got in a little bit of trouble because I was like seeing one of the RNs, and then I was like seeing a girl on another floor. And yeah, it got a little.
You were talking earlier about wanting to get into the photographs. You reminded me of this. Like back in the late 80s, for whatever reason, all the white kids in the suburbs got into graffiti, and I've always hated graffiti. I was like, that's people's private property, man. Don't be
Shit.
So my friends, they would go out on like tagging raids, and they just knew not to invite me because I would just ruin it. And then they would take pictures of it, like.
This is where me and John are gonna start fucking going in different directions, dude. Yeah, I had a little black book, dude. I had a black book.
They had books of all their tags, and then they would buy like I don't know, graffiti magazines. And they're like, look, there's my tag.
Oh,
I was like, oh god, I couldn't. Yeah, and I was like, see, I ain't no toy. I ain't toy. That's my tag.
Dude, that was the shit. Be like, man, you don't do any throw ups, dude. You're just a fucking marker bitch.
Yeah,
you're fucking markers.
Get
some cans, bro. Get some
all those graffiti girls.
Dude, I knew. Yeah, dude. I had a friend who was like all about like the nozzles. He like collected like different nozzles and stuff, and like made. Yeah, I mean, he was really good, but he was a kid that like lived in New York when I moved there, and yeah, dude, I used to fucking go out and do that. I feel like shit now for it.
I still hate that graffiti stuff.
Now that I see it, I'm just like, fucking goddamn it. But I can't get verbal because, dude, just SVA was just written on. Everybody was writing all over SVA in the bathrooms, on the walls. Everything was just, yeah, my bad.
It was just a weird like 2-year phase. Dude, I ain't no toy. Look, my tag is over here in this magazine. I was like, toy. So
fucking toy crew. You fucking crew, bunch of toys. Yeah, that's funny. I haven't heard that phrase in a while, dude. Ain't no fucking toy.
My 3D assets right there, right? That's a photograph of Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, but that's Travis Trist. Do you think Travis Trist?
Maybe he did draw it then. That guy draws photorealistic, yeah.
I mean, he used a fucking photo reference for sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, but I
just sent Renzo a photo of a monkey today. A specific monkey. I was like, no, it's got to be this monkey.
It's got to be this, a real Riesling monkey.
Droids.
Do you remember this show? This is a website called The Dork Review.
I remember Droids. Yeah, that was the cartoon.
Yeah. I like that Boba Fett color scheme. It's like the original color scheme a little bit.
I always thought Boba. I call it the Boba Fett effect. Is when you see so little of a character that you fill in all these grand details and you make them cooler. Like when Empire Strikes Back came out, Boba Fett. Oh my god, that guy was so freaking cool.
I know.
And then Return of the Jedi comes out. It's like, wait a minute, he got punked. He got destroyed by a blind Han Solo. You know what I mean? Like
at least he made it through 2 fucking movies. Usually the like Star Wars will like make a cool villain and then fucking kill him. And that like I thought General Grievous was kind of fucking cool. And then just to see him like get fucking punked out, I was like, oh fuck. Dude, I remember we were like sitting at work. I worked at this skate shop in downtown Manhattan, and like we would just be fucking arguing about Boba Fett. And like where he was from, and like was he a clone, and like even like this is before the prequels came out, you know what I mean? Like there just wasn't any info on him, and so you know.
Well, he showed up in the Christmas special. That was his first appearance. He was in the cartoon segment. I thought that was so cool. Luke was fighting him in the ocean world.
Mm-hmm.
I remember as a little kid, my parents all went out someplace. Like it was like a family party. I was like, no, I can't go. I can't miss the Christmas special. Because back then you missed it. That was it. You know?
Yeah.
And
that's how shit was,
black
dude.
And white TV, and I had the little black and white TV, and I had all my Star Wars toys, and I'm watching it, and I just remember, you know, Chewbacca's dad is watching like women dance around and stuff.
What was the like? They even had like Chewie was like his son's name was Itchy, and his wife's name was fucking like what the
it's
fuck?
Life Day, you know. And then they would have a Harvey Korman and B. Arthur like serving drinks.
Yes.
I was like, what the hell is this? But it was all redeemed when they showed that Boba Fett cartoon, you know.
Yeah, the variety shows back in the day were fucking bizarre, dude.
Shields and Yarnell.
Ragman.
Yeah, Ragman. Yeah, I always liked him, and then the Marvel version is the Tatterdemalion. I always liked those kind of characters.
Yeah, he's like a Jewish character.
Yeah.
You know, they're coming back with some more Firefly.
Yeah.
But it's going to be animated.
Right, and I'm not going to get excited because everything that comes out nowadays is garbage. So, like, yeah, I always like the Rocketeer's getting high.
Yeah, I like that. Rocketeer, brah. Brah. Let's get some Rocketeer going. This would be illegal right now. They don't put out these kind of oops.
Yeah, who draws that?
Ortiz.
Okay.
Something Ortiz drew that.
Yeah, you can't draw that anymore.
She's too sexualized. Doom Patrol. Yeah, I love this website, dude. It just like has cool shit. Just posts cool shit.
Is that
that's the WandaVision shit? Not a big fan.
I liked the first couple of episodes, but it didn't end well.
No. But I do like this
yeah, I like the look of it.
This ad, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked the sitcom-y parts of WandaVision. I thought it was
I'm barely old enough to kind of remember this aesthetic when it was like a real thing, but you're just old enough to like remember the
This is what my house
70s.
Still looks like. We bought the original owners. This house was built in 1968. Had one family. They died. We bought the house. I didn't do
change a fucking thing.
I fixed up my basement because it was an unfinished basement. And upstairs, my wife's like, no. So we got like purple shag carpet, wood paneling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my sister comes over. She's like, I love it.
This is like the colors of Tupperware used to be.
Yeah, my wife is going on eBay and getting vintage Tupperware and stuff like that.
All right, go in your room, Matt. We're having a Tupperware party. Oh, okay.
That's too twinky for Superman for me.
I think it's supposed to be because he's got a Legion of Superheroes belt.
Oh,
I think it's supposed to be Superboy.
Alex Ross doing the Invaders.
I am so glad he cut his hair.
Whose hair? Namor's?
No, Alec Ross. Like he's like accepted his baldness and has trimmed up the back. Before he looked like fucking Freak Show from Harold and Kumar. You know what I mean? He was like bald on top and had like long hair everywhere else.
Riff Raff from Rocky Horror.
Yeah, dude. He looked like fucking Riff Raff. I remember seeing a picture of him in Wizard and be like, oh fuck, bro.
Yeah,
It
just
like a
embrace
fucking
the
eraser
bald.
that had its fucking like it looked like a pencil that had its eraser bitten off. Yeah, he's accepted that as Riff Raff. That's funny.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really good.
I always liked Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I remember there was like a rumor that Mr. Freeze would be in like the Batman 2. And it was like somebody had, I mean, of course it's internet, so it's probably bullshit, but they were like, oh, it's like maybe a Russian cosmonaut or some kind of like cryogenic reason why he's frozen. That was kind of interesting. But yeah. Schwarzenegger just fucked that shit up, didn't he?
Yeah. I never even see that movie.
You didn't see Batman and Robin?
I once I decide I don't like something anymore, I don't see it. Like I didn't like the Batman Danny DeVito Penguin movie, and that was it. I didn't see any of the Batman since Nolan rebooted it.
Oh shit. See, I was like, I'll fucking go see this shit. But I think if they had done anything else with that series, I probably wouldn't have seen it. But I went and saw the Val Kilmer and was like, what is
I never saw the
going
Val
on
Kilmer.
here?
I never saw the George Clooney Batman.
Dude, the George Clooney, it's just like a reimagining of the 60s show, dude. Like they click their boots and they have skates. At one point, Batman pulls out a fucking Visa card, like American Express card. It was fucking trash.
Chuck
Dude.
Dixon said when he was at the movies and he pulled out the credit card, Danny O'Neill went, no!
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. Why? Because, yeah, dude, it's so like, here's my Bat credit card, or here's my Bat. It just was like, what the fuck? And Bane was dog shit. Poison Ivy. It was all ass.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that Arthur Adams?
Yeah, I was about to say that's Art Adams.
That is awesome. I don't like the Pink Mountain, but otherwise I really like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have chosen the pink stuff in the background, but I do kind of like it. It makes them pop off. I don't know who this lady is.
But that looks like
running on empty.
What's his name?
Black Canary?
Adam Hughes.
This is Adam Hughes.
He always draws that same mouth. Is it?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Well, yo, it's 8:30, so it's past happy hour. So I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm back into my normal schedule, so I'm back to waking up at 4. So I'll be streaming at normal times. No more midnights.
Well, thanks for everybody for being here.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for being here, John. Hail the chat. You guys are the shit. You didn't know about that? Yep. Firefly's coming back as a cartoon. Dude, Mark Hamill and the eyeliner. Remember that? He was like wearing eyeliner and foundation, dude. He was like fucking orange.
Well, he got into that car accident that ripped apart his face. That's why they put in that scene where he gets hit by the creature in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
He got like early plastic surgery. It ruined his face. So I think at that point he probably had a lot of scars.
Take care. Bon voyage. Vios con Dios, everybody.
So check out Heroic Tales on Fun My Comic. I still got copies left.
You want to drop that link again?
Oh, yeah.
Drop that link real quick.
Here we go. Copy. Paste.
Let's see. What else? Yep. Thank you so much, sir.
Should we? Oh, it's over.
No, it's not.
I was going to say, should we leave to this?
This on eBay in like 2 seconds and got a really good
This?
price.
Find what you love, sell what you don't.
Are we going to get in trouble for this?
Oh, maybe.
You can see
Don't do it then. I was gonna play Mike and the Mechanics Illegal Alien.
I will look that up when we get off here.
Yeah.
All right, Hale, you guys be
A lot
safe.
of fun, Matt. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Have a good one. Be safe. Hail the chat. Hail work campaign. Hail indies. Hail everything. Be good. Be safe. Be honest. Be true. Be brave. Peace.